team ban. Team secrets turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Team secrets turn to ban.
Upper division time. Team Secret versus Team Tundra. Both teams are at a 1-1 at the moment. And we're going to see who of these two teams will move up in the pecking order, because there's a lot at stake. There is TI possibilities, and at least staying in upper division as well, just as important. And we're in the draft already. I have got Kyle, I've got T-Gov, and they're going to talk some drafting strategies with you all.
Team pick.
4 bans have occurred, and a pick is about to take place.
Yes, sorry, I should have set you up better than 4 bans.
Yes. They're going to talk about the draft, and yes, we're so deep, we can talk so much.
Yes. I actually thought we were a little further ahead. So
no.
So Beastmaster makes it through. Which other heroes should we be worried about? Oh, actually, 33 is a Brood Mama player.
Sure.
Yeah,
Point that out.
Is that really playable into Beastmaster?
Axes and axes and axes and axes. To be fair, yeah, Beastmaster is one of the classic counters to a Broodmother. That also being Tide, being Storm.
Brood is good, don't get me wrong, but I don't think that it's like, okay. I don't want to do them dirty, but Hippomaniacs didn't win a game all last season. I'm not surprised to see them first 2 Broodmother, because they're like, well, this one. We should pick it again.
Yeah.
It's mainly...
Don't know if it's top tier, folks.
If picked correctly, like that's the beauty of Dota, right? If a hero is picked correctly in the right slot, everything can work, right? You know, like if you get 24 pick and you're slapping, a Dazzle into the mix, it's going to work if it's got theory behind it. So that is the beauty of Dota. But first phase Brood, maybe not so much. Team Secret, they see the opportunity to snap up a Beastmaster, which is, of course, a given. The last time they played it, Nisha did absolutely destroy. Hellbear smashes with it.
It is Radiant side this time, though. I think it's definitely better on Dire. You can do a lot more stacking.
Yes and no. I think both have the same capacity to farm Ancients plus hard camp. The key difference is simply on Dire side, you have the double camp that you can axe both at the same time. And for Radiant, you don't have that. But I think the efficiency of Radiant Tricamp is a little bit better than Dire. So it's a slight trade-off, but Dire is, like you said, is better.
Storm Spirit.
When Team Secret played against Beastmaster, it was the Storm Spirit that they went for, and they won with it as well, because Storm seems to be the kind of catch, the type of catch you need playing against that.
Yes, but they covered themselves with the Nyx Assassin.
Yeah, which is
like, this is very much just great preparation by Heen and Puppy, because they recognize, to your point, the importance of Storm, and they've already. I wouldn't even say it's a soft answer. Nyx is a pretty solid hero to play against Storm. It's incredibly difficult to dodge the Carapace.
Well, the key thing here is the gameplay. It's now like Storm against Beast. It's zip Beast, get kill, reset. But now it's like, if I zip Beast, what if the Nyx is invisible, vendetted, and there's a Carapace on top? Now I'm going to be out of position because I've disconnected myself from my team. That's why this second pick of pick Beast, pick a counter to the Beast, you're in a good spot. So I like Secret's approach, but Tundra, they have the confidence, right, to pick this Storm. They clearly know that it's going to have to be like an Orchid BKB type of game. And maybe they play around vision a little bit better now. Because against the Nyx, if you just have Sentry Ward, suddenly you're not too concerned. Storm can pick the fights he wants. So that's the key thing here. Tundra needs strong lanes so that they get to dictate the early entry to the game. If they're the ones behind, and then you have the Nyx going aggressive, you don't have your own grasp on vision, that's when the Nyx really kind of plays into itself in Beastmaster as well. It's really hard to deal with. So strong lanes is what Tundra needs now.
Yep.
5 seconds remaining.
Even against, we'll see. Wasn't it? No, it was a Quap that Nisha absolutely dominated.
Yeah, let's not talk about that series, all right?
Storm or Quap?
Let's not do Storm with Dirty like that. Yeah, it was a hard game. He did die twice solo. But yeah, okay. Yeah.
Storm's got more survivability, and I think we've discussed this at length. But
Also, he can jungle, right?
Yeah, he can jungle, but more importantly, he can push the mid wave, and that's the trouble with a lot of these Beastmasters. Is they get level 3, they have their bottle, water runes start to spawn, and they can shove waves very easily while also harassing enemy heroes. You get a bit of an HP advantage, and then you start to abuse and bully because of your massive base attack damage and your base armor. So if you can shove wave back against it and turn your mana into creep kills, then you can at least keep up. The big fear, though, is when Beast hits 6, especially with the Nyx, it's super easy to land a kill.
Yeah.
Just roar into stun.
It'd be interesting if Secret ban out potentially like a lifestealer, because we just mentioned how Storm is counted in the jump now. But imagine if he has like the lifestealer infested with him, and it's now like a 1-2 punch of both of them going for the kill. Nyx can't really deal with that.
I like the Wraith King ban, though. I think that when you're playing Tundra, unless you have a great answer to the Wraith King, and also consider they banned out AM preemptively. So pretty much saying, hey, we're thinking about banning Wraith King.
I mean, if Team Secret has any PTSD from previous season, it would be that Wraith King with the Giant's Ring that allowed Tundra, then Mud Golems to actually make a comeback. That was a mad game.
I don't know if you guys caught it. There was a hilarious NA Dota Division 1 game where there was a Wraith King with Giant's Ring getting pushed away from the throne by a Wyvern Ballista. That was, man, Eternal Envy is not the greatest Dota player, but he certainly can put on a show.
Entertaining for sure.
Ooh,
and isn't that what all pro players are eventually?
No,
entertainers?
No, they're
definitely not.
No.
Oh, maybe not. But they do play for our entertainments. So, you know.
They're more like gladiators.
Potato. Oh, yeah, gladiators. That makes more sense.
And that's why I love seeing teams eliminated for their failures.
Dude.
We got a Tusk as the last ban. Very cool.
All right. Stalker ban's the interesting one there. It feels like a hero in the offlane that has a really good 15-minute timing, or at least, you know, first couple of nights where you play into an Ags timing on Beastmaster and Storm won't have any game. So
and the vision advantage would be absurd with the birds plus the night, like plus the Invis Nyx.
Yeah, I appreciate
you can't play Storm this game. We'll see. Secret, I think you just go for Puppy's hero here. Knowing him, it's not really his style, but I could see like a Shadow Shaman just because the Lion's banned. It'd be nice to have a Hex mechanic. Maybe you don't need the lockdown because of the Nyx. You could just go for a defensive support. Oracle comes to mind. Remove the Inkswell. The Orchid too.
Yeah, I guess like the real question is, do they want to keep the 4 open when potentially that Nyx can be just a casual 5 with some range carry? Then you pick up a really strong, potent offlane combo.
You could Ench as well and keep it open because it's a great lane with the Nyx Assassin and it could be a Puppy hero.
Okay, let's go for an Oracle.
All right. I think the Dispel is like Secret are really good about always making sure they have tools to answer the easy combinations of enemy drafts and to have an offensive purge against Grimstroke.
I think Snaking's at boot camp with the guys.
Is he?
Is he? Because he said he was going to try to come over.
Like they're all in the same type of background, and Farta's background's now changed, and also they're all wearing jerseys. Therefore, I think they're now at boot camp, which also,
What do we see behind him? Is this like a hotel room?
Yeah, I think this is some hotel.
Can we cycle through all the...
Okay, maybe not 9.
Maybe not all of them.
Maybe there's.
This looks like the same hotel room. It has the same light.
Yeah, they're at a partial
33 just doesn't like the light.
Yeah, see?
Same bed frame. Yeah.
Boom, boot camp.
This might actually be the same bedroom as Fada.
Oh, I mean...
He's just on the other side.
Roomsies!
But yeah, they are all in the same place other than 9. Thank you for cycling through there. And he apparently just got there. His backpack is still there and everything.
Hopefully he's not jet-lagged.
I love how both these teams basically ignored the pick before and still went for their hero. You know, like they pick Storm into Nyx. You pick Oracle into Storm. And it's all about the big picture of their draft. And
it's a good Spectre pick. Excellent synergy with Storm. This is a combination that I think EG, it's been more popular since.
The king of late.
The Abed Storm with their RTZ Spectre was something they did for a number of years.
Well, it's good because it's heroes that can defend their towers through kind of big spell aggression, but also you want to find the Oracle, you want to find the Axe, and of course Spectre unlocks that, Storm gets the perfect.
You also cancel the blink on Axe, so you can be safe that if Haunt is popped, you're going to win the fight, most likely. Consider Grimstroke Doom, excellent combo. You want to have vision to get those spells off, because if you land a double Doom and Storm isn't dead, you're probably winning the team fight.
Yeah, I guess the downside to this is simply they are very big, clunky heroes now, where Doom needs to have a really good laning phase to get that early BKB to get his team to play behind him. Otherwise, his Axe timing on Beastmaster will just be punishing the greediness of Storm Spectre.
When he played Doom against Halberd Smashers, it ended up working out. One thing that I also want to point out is that you mentioned earlier, Skeeters will play his 6th game in the season and also his 6th hero. He's continuously shuffling through them all. Maybe this one will stick.
It's very uncharacteristic.
It's his style, though. I think that they and this team functions best when Skeeter is on this hard carry, and then the rest of the team still have high impact heroes, but they can trust that at some point they're going to win the game. They play better with late game.
They just need to be able to get there. And they have one more support coming into play, be it the 4, be it the 5, but they need some, I think, laning pressure.
Yep, the snaking hero. I love the Lone Druid ban. That's the perfect finisher for Secret's lineup, because they just need that hero that takes some aura from Beastmaster and plays in front of the Oracle and hits tower.
They need to get out of the game pretty quickly. This type of lineup. They're looking to go first Aegis with the Beastmaster. That core with that Aegis is that tier 3 siege. They waste one haunt, bam, that's what racks the games in the Secret's favor. If that doesn't come into play, you're seeing such a hard game, because Tundra's lineup is very scary.
Realistically, they probably just go for a Lifestealer or a Jug, both available. Very nice matchups against the Spectre, and you'll have then the ability to pressure towers earlier on, but neither great against Storm Spirit.
Overall last pick for Secret. A Matu hero. He's played a lot of different heroes already. The only double one is the Gyrocopter, Gyro, Phantom Lancer, Jugger, and Sven.
It's certainly not a Gyro game, I can promise you that.
Realistically, you want someone to play off of the Oracle as well. So it's like Troll, is that banned?
Are we surprised Juggernaut is still in the pool? I thought Jugger was always very solid.
Have a pretty solid answer in the opener. Jug into Storm isn't super fun, but it is pretty good against the rest of the lineup. And in theory, now that you've seen how committed Tundra are to going late, you might want something that can come online a bit earlier, abuse the Healing Ward and the Beastmaster Aura, take early towers and Roche.
Yeah, this is where, for Secret, for me, I'm seeing more of an active starter carry. Like maybe a Luna, just to force the objective, get out of the game quicker.
Luna into Spectre?
I mean, like, they're playing for the window of Beastmaster Axe, right? Like, big picture, we could say any pick Secret has here is bad because they're playing into double Doom Spectre Storm, right? But
true.
They're looking for a key window to play into. And the other alternative could just be like a casual Deucer, but I feel you just stand your ground and quickly, first Aegis and go. Ooh, okay, they go Clockwork. Another very good hero for killing off the Oracle on the backlines. It's more vision. They get to jump the Axe. Yeah, Tundra has perfectly answered the essence of the 3 picks after Beast.
And the 3, 4, 5 of Secret are now answered by the clock. It's a very difficult lane for you, and you could even consider tri-laning if you're Tundra.
And they instantly go for PA. Okay. So PA is actually 0% win rate in European DPC.
And I heard you guys saying when you don't pick a what do you call it? A steroid for her, like a naked PA is bad.
Well, I think the thing here is potentially you do have that quick Aegis potential, again, coming out from the Beastmaster with the Ags, so that could be something they're playing into. And again, also the stat about the 0% is also only 3 games, 2 of which Liquid were losing in.
It's nice because the support duo doesn't threaten you too much, and you should lane pretty well against Doom, but I'm not a huge fan. Your whole draft doesn't really deal too much structure damage now, and you need Nisha to have a good time. If I'm Tundra, I'm going to use a couple early rotations. Definitely deal with Nisha's stacks. I think that's going to be the name of this game.
100%.
If Tundra can disrupt the mid-game timing of Secret, it almost guarantees they'll get it late enough to where they start to take a pretty firm lead.
I also remember seeing a clip, though, of an Axe diving a tower. He has got a Vanguard diving a tower and being able to just stand under it forever.
Think about the interview, though. 33 just said about how he wants to play his game. Doom, pretty tanky hero now, has a bit more armor. He's going to free up Clock and
Oh, yeah.
to play into that same lane.
I didn't even think about that. Sorry, but yeah, PA. I'm thinking PA is like gonna own Doom because Doom used to have 0 armor. He does not have 0 armor anymore.
No.
So yeah, I actually pretty heavily favor Tundra's draft. The benefit of Secret is they have more vision.
Reset pace.
And exactly. Really easy to just land kills continuously. But Tundra, if you watch the tape, do not let Niche 9 stacks he made himself by 10 minutes, you will lose the game.
This is the Axes dance, by the way, just in case anyone wants to follow along at home.
Well, can Beastmaster win against the odds? We're going to find out. Let's head over to our commentary duo of Moxie and Purge.
Well, I mean, we've seen axes flying left and right in all these games. It seems like Beastmaster is incredibly strong, but, you know, a lot of it's going to come down to, like the panel said, stacks, making sure that Nisha doesn't get all those. So, Purge, how are they going to do this? Because obviously, you know, the side of Secret, they have a little bit more vision to work with here.
They do, yeah. Well, that's not completely true. I mean, against Clockwork, a hero that's great at moving around and finding team fights. When they press Spectre Haunt, they instantly see where every hero is. They have some options here, and I think the nicest thing that I love about the Tundra draft is that it gives them the ability to gap close. The scariest thing about playing against Beastmaster is that his axes have 1,500 cast range. That means that going from your side to their side is very dangerous because you're walking through multiple layers of axes. But if you have a lineup that can instantly jump on and dive the opponents, Beastmaster has to spend time running away rather than just throwing the perfect wild axes every time. And they've got, look at their lineup, Spectre, Storm Spirit, Clockwork support. They've got a Doom off lane who's going to be a perfect vehicle for Inkswell. Like, they have great heroes for jumping on the enemy heroes and blowing them up quickly. And that's one thing you can definitely do to mitigate Beastmaster's mid-game and late-game effectiveness.
I mean, is this a situation as well where, you know, the Axe, he just waits patiently because you know that your opponent is going to be trying to get the jump on you? Can you try to use that to your advantage? We saw that in one of our earlier games where they knew that the enemies would be approaching them. They were fine with it.
Yeah, it can be good if you have a great setup, and they've got great heroes to do that with Oracle sitting behind. We'll see if Snake King ends up paying for this one here.
It's not looking too great for him right now. I don't know if they're going to dive underneath this tower, though. Dagger comes in, and Matu gets the first blood.
Nicely done. That's an Orb of Venom coming out of the PA to help secure that kill. Clockwork does not have a lot of armor at the start of the game, only 2.2, so definitely very valuable kill. And he didn't even secure the bounty either, so that was unfortunate. Rough one for Tundra.
Yeah, I definitely was trying to with those cogs. Did manage to burn just a little bit of that mana, but not quite the outcome that he was hoping for sure.
Yep. It's going to limit his ability to harass as well, or get kills, but now 3-3's in trouble. They're trialing him.
Yep, bottom lane. And again, this is the way that you have to play against a Doom early on. You have to try to take advantage of the fact that he's not strong level 1. So they put out a decent amount of harass. He does, of course, have a salve, though, so 33 should be able to bounce back pretty easily. But I do like the aggression coming out here from the side of Tundra.
Yeah, it's not terrible. I mean, he's a lot more survivable at level 1 than he used to be. That's for sure, because of the extra armor. But he can't necessarily sustain as much raw damage over time because he doesn't have all this built-in regen like he used to. So if they can secure Matumba Man, like a good farm speed, this should be fine, because I think Secret was one of the teams that used PA really successfully and made it clear that it was one of the top carries the last patch.
You can see here Fata trying to put a little bit of pressure here over onto Zaya's. Just trying to go and mess with this creep wave. It's going to be able to teleport out, though. But again, TP is a lot more expensive than they used to be.
They are. But you do have to follow. Okay.
All right.
He ends up dying.
That's a second kill now for Matu, too.
Yeah. Oh, look what Zai's doing here. He's pulling. Oh, he messed it up, unfortunately. But he was hoping to pull this remaining 2 creeps into just part of the next wave. Because if he does, he gets free denies. It's basically like the best pull that you can do as an offlane. Because his team is tri-laning, at least at the start of the game here, this was pretty good for him so far, able to get at least 1 creep wave. So both carries should get a lot of farm, at least if these lanes stabilize the way that they are.
Nice little cheeky play here from Snake King, is just continuously trying to be a thorn in their side, just pushing him back, making Nisha take the long way around to get back to that creep wave here.
Yeah, that's helpful. Just a little bit less last hits, a little bit less experience, all valuable there. Nisha gives him the tip. With that said, has Snake King accomplished a huge amount this game? Not really. He's died twice. Gave first blood without getting a bounty rune. That was a little rough.
How do you feel about the fact that he's rotating just so much here? Because again, he's still sitting at level 1.
I don't think it's terrible. He kind of has to do something, and he wasn't going to do much in that off lane there.
Okay, well, some play here going up here in the top lane as they're going to try to get the kill on Zai, and it's looking pretty good. Just need a couple more hits, and down goes Zai.
Okay, not bad. I mean, Cogs is still okay damage, is 50. It's not amazing, but you know, an extra right click and showing up at the right time like that is great.
I think it's more about the positioning, right? The fact that they were able to use those cogs to try to push them forward towards the tower and also, you know, towards the heroes.
That helps, yep. It's going to make his escape and more right clicks an absolute necessity. Yepser does grab the enemy bounty rune, so slight advantage here for Secret so far. But Nine's doing pretty good mid lane, 19 last hits, 20 last hits now, so he's slightly ahead of Beastmaster. But we all know Beast will be able to catch up most likely, so this changes. Yeah,
I mean, name of the game is just pay attention to what's being stacked here as Yepser makes his way over. They do have a ward over there on the side, so I'm a little surprised about this. Vortex right back underneath the tower. It's a good pull in here from Snaking, just holding them in place, and those axes are nice, but not quite nice enough, as Nine now sitting a little bit low, but should be able to heal back up again. It was a great play from Snaking, that timing.
So cool. That just, and most importantly, the perfect value of showing how cool it is to be able to TP 900 range now. He TP'd, and as soon as his TP finished, he got the cogs within tower range. Like normally, you're not going to get that same advantage. So great reaction and showing the value of cog in this circumstance from a support Clockwork.
Well, I know we were a little bit concerned earlier on with Snaking's performance. Again, he did give up that first blood and died a couple times, but I'd say that, you know, he's definitely making an impact in this game now, and that is something that he does very well. I've watched him a lot over in the NA region for quite a while now, and that is one thing that he's really excellent at doing, is being able to kind of be really annoying, I guess, like put pressure on the map and show up just to help secure certain ganks and whatnot. Although Zai here, top lane, gets a call off. There is 33 though, so
really nicely done.
I don't think they have anything to cancel out this TP, unfortunately. So Zai will survive. Go right back over to his tower. Oh, look at the dagger coming in, though.
Ooh. Hit already. It was just an animation.
Okay,
it
was
did
an
damage
animation
before his TP finished, but like it, I don't know, must have been a lingering animation thing.
Today I learned.
Zai's doing a great job though. He's got somehow 26 last hits, despite starting in a 1v2 dual lane, and that pull that he did through is also limited Spectre's farm a bit.
Nine sitting very low here. Has to be careful, those axes coming in. We'll collect the Storm Spirit. Zai in the top lane is kind of running around here throughout the creep wave. So the two supports try to slow him down, try to make a play here.
Kind of close, but
I don't think they can catch him.
Yep.
Yeah, look at this. He just turns back around, re-aggroes the creeps, and drags them through.
Yep, he knows that he's vulnerable up here, so he's just doing a lot of really nice maneuvers to make sure that his opponents don't get to pressure him and kill him. So that's why PA is just about 10 last hits ahead of Skeeter. Zai's been a little bit more effective pulling creeps and getting farm on the map. Doom is still getting net worth, and he's doing okay in that sense, but compared to Axe, it's actually about the same. Axe and Doom have about the same net worth, so I imagine this is a lot of small camps that Zai's cleared up, so maybe a little bit inflated looking last hit numbers.
I mean, you say that, but take a look also at the PA, who's just been allowed to basically free farm this entire time. 46, sorry, CS, and then 22 with those denies. That's a lot of denies. Like, are you? I feel like you should be concerned about that coming out from the side of Tundra here. Zai?
Zai in trouble?
I don't think he's fine. He's fine.
So absolutely, like he's got more last hits than Spectre by what, 12 right now, so it's going to mean a faster timing, but the denies doesn't really matter that much because nobody's actually been in the lane. So it's a little bit, it's more just like the denies are just a function of lane control. If somebody had been sitting in this lane the whole time, absolutely, the denies is really worrisome, but for now he's just controlling the wave. And it looks like he's going to go for a fast Deso this game. Not going to see the more standard Battle Fury into other items that we see on PA. And what's cool about this is this is different than most people are trying to play PA right now. They're still trying to go the old build. But if he buys Deso, that's going to make him valuable at the start of the game, where instead of just being able to farm. And a lot of carries do need to get activated early on now to be effective. So he's got Deso, and he already has over corrosion.
Ingswell connects, and that's a dead Yepser in the mid lane. You can see the teleport coming out now from the Oracle. They're still hunting, though, perhaps trying to force Zai back. And I guess they're trying to do a bit of scouting, too, like we said. They got to make sure that if there are stacks up there, that Nisha is not allowed to just free farm those. Teleport's coming back out. The roar, a little bit. Oh, the Phantom went onto a creep. Nine still alive, though. Does have the Ingswell on him. He's going to be able to escape. Fata most likely going to be the sacrifice here if they could get their hands on him. He's trying to dupe, trying to use these trees to his advantage, but he's not going to be able to.
Got a lot of damage between these two supports right now. So if somebody does get disabled, it's a big problem. But So far going all right for both sides. PA really dwarfing the Spectre right now in last hits. He's about 1,000, or sorry, net worth. He's about 1,000 up on where Spectre is. Beastmaster is dwarfing Storm by about 1,000 net worth as well. So they're not slowing down Secret. They're 2K net worth up already at the 8-minute mark, which has got to be worrisome.
That'd be worrisome too because of the fact that a Phantom Assassin, especially the way she's building, does come online a lot faster. And we talked a lot during, a couple of different panels saying that, okay, Storm seems to be that particular, I don't want to say necessarily counter to Beastmaster, but seems very strong against him. Like I said, they want to get on top of him so he can't sit back throughout these axes. Is this going to end up being an issue though, that the Storm is just, a bit behind here?
Yeah, absolutely. Net worth is always really valuable. But I'd say the counter kind of goes both ways. Roar is really effective at locking down Storm if him or somebody else gets a disable first. So with 9 being a bit behind, and it's a little worrisome, but most Storms right now are just playing this Yasha plus Sange build, or sorry, Kaya Sange build, because it's a pseudo Bloodstone and it's more effective. You get spell. You get similar levels of spell amp, if not better than Bloodstone. Bloodstone's just really expensive, so you can basically get the similar item up at a faster time, and it allows you to be the initiator for the team in a lot of ways, which is part of the reason that Storm has felt a little bit more effective and less slow.
Snaking needs to be careful. I don't think he realizes that Matumba Man is here, and boy, does he do a lot of damage. So that'll be yet another kill, a third kill for Matumba Man on this PA.
He's scary. He's got his first Mithril Hammer. He's very, very close to getting his item finished. He's going to have a Possessed Mask as well, so he'll be super happy to take these early fights. Spectre is usually a bit countered by minus armor, so this should be a good solution as well. So pair enough lifesteal, enough minus armor, PA should be able to cut through Spectre without too much worry.
Look at Skid. He's just trying to hit these creeps as Yapster goes walking by here. Definitely feels a bit tough now for the side of Tundra because the jungle is just full on invaded, it feels like right now, from Secret.
Yep, and this is a nice thing to do, very normal to go invade in this position. Doom going kind of an interesting item build too. He's maxed out Devour, and now he's queuing up a fast mech after the phase boots, which is really good considering what build that Matumba Man's going. Lots of minus armor means that mech is going to give him an abundance of armor on Doom and allow him to try to save his team in these crucial engagements. And when you have a hero like Spectre, who already reflects damage that he takes, putting more HP on top of him with an allied mech is a really cool solution to try to make these fights go a little bit superior. Oh, I'm really happy for Fada. He bought his first item just now, his Boots of Speed. Good for him.
I know, I was looking at his inventory. It's just been empty for so long. It felt really bad. But pressure here on the top area. Snake King hiding out the tree line. He is only, of course, level 5, and they have the Hawk. They spot out the courier here, so Zai is going to be able to pick it up. Of course, the Urn was already completed. Snake King, though, is not looking like he's in a great position here. Does use that hook shot, tries to get a stun off, tries to do anything that he can to just slow them down a little bit. But at the end of the day, it's another kill from Matumba Man.
Beats the courier with the Culling Blade, gives a movement speed bonus to find the kill. Nicely done. Maybe a gank here. No, he's fine. Yeah, I'm not going to kill 9. Just going here to defend the tower. Want to keep this up as long as possible so it allows Secret to continue to pressure the map. And Skeeter's got Blade Mail finished on the other side of the map, so he's relatively happy. But the one downside that we're seeing for Tundra, they do have a lot of natural initiation, of course, as we pointed out earlier, but they're not going to have a blink anytime soon on Doom, so he's going to have to play a lot more of like a frontliner, please initiate on me, not my teammates playstyle. So I don't know if we're going to see a Doom get used for a while here.
Bottom lane, Yapster keeping tabs on Skeeter here. We'll open up. Vendetta with the Impale. Ooh, look at that damage though, Skeeter. Just gonna walk away. Snake King coming back in, but gonna really find an opening here. Does go for the hook shot. Doesn't quite connect. So we'll just act as a buffer.
Of course, you're going to think I'm going to juke to the obvious place. I'm going to keep going straight like a noob and you'll miss. And that actually works against pro players. It's like, why would he not dodge this, surely?
The mental warfare of a Dota 2 player, man.
They've got Haunt ready, though. They could fight here if they want to. It did force Skeeter back to heal, which isn't great for him, but and that mana burn is so annoying.
9 doesn't want to fight here. 9 wants to back off for now.
Oh, he actually is going to go Kaya into Orchid. He's not going to go for the Kaya Sange build that we've seen pretty popular lately.
How do you feel about that?
I mean, it's good if you want to get kills. And again, they, like I said a moment ago, They don't have great initiators, so with the Doom going for a mech build. So if he gets Orchid and they jump on either Beastmaster solo or PA solo or either the support solo, it's an absolute advantage. And I guess if you don't go Orchid and you're playing against a Oracle, you're gonna have a bad time anyways, because at least you want to jump and silence that guy before you go on the important core. Otherwise, you're just gonna get saved every time. So probably a little bit necessary to go this build.
Smoke coming out now from the side of Tundra. And a big smoke here from Secret. They're actually just narrowly going to miss each other, but they've wrapped around. They have their eyes on 33. Gonna walk closer, Matu. Standing back, Dagger opening up, followed with the axes. The stomp comes out, he gets the Doom off over onto the PA, but the rest of the team, they have to get in there, and that's it. That's gonna be the Haunts coming out from Skeeter. He's on the hunt, he's got the Blade Mail, but eventually 33 does fall snaking, trying to get the grab here, trying to draw them forward. They'll get the Soulbind off. On the back lines, the Zai shows up just in the right moment as he goes and gets the dunk on Skeeter. Fata will also fall, snaking, running for it. Like, look at this damage coming out from Matumba Man, though, and it's Nisha with the axes from downtown that will get the kill.
A great reaction, but the timing is just way too strong for Secret here. Having the Deso and the Orb of Corrosion, that's -9 armor at 13 minutes. Most heroes don't even have 9 armor right now. Like Doom looked like he had no armor, and he's got an abundance of armor with his skill build, with his item build, Soul Ring, Phase Boots, and Mechanism, and he still died real squishy. Most of that was axes, but big fight there for Secret. That was Haunt, that was Doom, and now these cooldowns are gone, so Secret can just walk into Roche Pit and toss these axes until Roche is dead.
Plus the fairy trinket over on Nisha too. He's got everything he needs in his kit. And Zai has that invisor. Oh, he spots out Skeeter. They want to make a move on this. The Aegis went thinking, trying to get the call, not going to be able to quite grab it.
It would have been hard. The chances of killing him were very, very low, so they were trying to wait for best possible scenario. But I think it's really cool what Secret's doing with this PA here. By adjusting the build and going for this Orb of Corrosion plus Deso build, they secure the lane with the fast Orb of Venom in the tri-lane. Then they get Orb of Corrosion, then they get Deso, and now they can do this fight timing. We'll see if 9 gets pressured here. Nope, doesn't.
TPs are coming out, though, Secret. Waiting patiently. It is Zai. Matu will show. And yeah, he should be able to just get out very easily here. Snaking also going to retreat, has that sentry, does see Yapsar, but should be safe underneath his own tower. When it's only Yapsar. I mean, if Mati shows up, things get a little hairier.
Yeah. So what's so cool about it is that it not only gives them this amazing fight timing at that early time period, but they can also destroy towers with it because it's so much minus armor, and it makes Roche easy because it's effectively like you have a slaughter from your carry position. So little build adjustment and fitting a hero that they like anyways, and all of a sudden it just looks like a strong carry.
I love the way that they're playing it, though. They are just being so incredibly aggressive over on the side of Secret, making sure... Oh yeah, look, you can see the timings here. And the jump again, though, over onto 33. Again, this is a hero that has armor, but it just doesn't look that strong in comparison to what Matsu's packing here.
Yeah, he's even picked up the ice armor creep, but the issue now is that there's a lot of magic damage coming from the Beastmaster axes. He's going to need to pivot into BKB or maybe some magic resistance shortly after this. But they take the tower and continue the map pressure here, and they're feeling great with this Aegis.
How does Tundra find breathing room here now? Because again, it just feels like this is very high octane Dota that we're seeing. They want to obviously, you know, give enough time to Skeeter so that way he can get those items. But the way that Secret is just constantly taking over this map, it's looking very difficult. And we have a blink on the axe now, so they have to be even more careful. In fact, they find two. The jump up to the high ground from Zai, follow with the impale, follow with the mana burn. They even go. They have the roar. It's just a beautiful setup from Zai.
Every single hero landed their AoE abilities on 2 heroes every moment of that. It was just incredible initiation, and it's really tough. If Secret keeps playing around each other like this, it's so difficult to fight. And in the meantime, they basically just ditched Matumba Man. He just did his own thing. He's going on Fada now solo, though.
Oof.
Oh my God,
what a crit. All right, maybe they can make something happen here, though. Looks like Nine's going to try to drag back, trying to kite Matumba Man, trying to see this opening, but he can't seem to do it.
Almost killed the courier, but luckily uphill missed. Would have been nice to burn the Aegis, but yeah, best thing 9 can do is cut the creep wave behind. He's got a regen going, so he's pretty successful doing this, but...
Look at the setup here from Yapsor. Then everybody just teleports on in, and down goes 33. These boots of travel on Nisha, man.
So while the Doom build was so great against PA, it doesn't do much of anything against the Axes. They do stacking, amplifiable magic damage. Cuts right through all this armor. that Doom's packing with right now. He's just trying to finish his Blink Dagger so that he can get a Doom off.
Yeah, look at this replay. Oh, it's beautiful from Zai. I don't even think they had any sort of vision there.
They just killed a ward right at the start of that. That's how they spotted them here. Hanging out in the area. That was like 4 axes in a row. It is so much damage.
How is Beastmaster getting through these drafts?
Exactly.
I don't understand. It's too strong. It looks too good. Does too many things. Ticks too many boxes, Burge.
It's really good. I mean, and people have some theories how to beat and all, but if it's the best abuse of the patch, it just gets really, really hard to do. Against some of these top players and top teams, they're gonna abuse it well. There's that kill. Oof. He jumped 3 attacks, got a crit on the 3rd one, but yeah, there was no chance Fata lives there. Storm playing bottom a little bit here.
Just have to be very careful. Okay, we do have the blink on the Doom now, so he is going to be able to be a little bit more of that initiator, but Yapser's just done such a fantastic job this game, keeping tabs on all the big heroes. Again, look at this. Burns off the mana. Hookshot comes in from Snaking, though, and they'll go and they'll use their haunt. They'll hope that they can try to burst them down over in the back lines and be able to take down Yapser. They've linked them up over here on the side with the Soulbind. Can they do it? Can they do enough damage? It's got that Doom down. Oh, but the Oracle coming in with the clutch save here from Puppey as they're just chasing him down. They don't have any way to heal him, though. He might still pop if they're not careful. No, he's got just enough as you find Fat to go down. 9 also. The roar comes out from Nisha somehow during all of this. He's still alive. The dagger coming out from a top of man, too. He wants Skeeter. He wants his blood. Can he get there in time, though? He'll focus down Snaking instead. And Nisha says, don't worry, buddy. I got Skeeter.
That fight was basically perfect for Tundra with the double Doom on those 2 heroes. Axe taking him out of the fight and Beastmaster no axes, but they just couldn't quite kill him. Puppey was just running around that whole fight, continuing to pump magic resistance and heals onto Beastmaster. And because of the current items that Spectre has, he couldn't quite stay on top of him and continue keeping the damage in. Beastmaster was just too fast there with his boots of travel. 425 movement speed is what he's running at with the talent and this. So Spectre just couldn't stay on top of him and get the damage in.
Again, just like Puppey definitely coming in clutch there with that false promise. They're going to try to make a play, though, on top lane, see if they can get a pick off on Yapser, which looks like they'll definitely be able to do. The GG branch is dropped over on the side, but they have to be careful. Matu's here, and he doesn't have any fear. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down goes Fata. There's a lot of people here, but you know what? Zai, look at this. Waiting patiently, wants to go in. They don't have the Aegis any longer. Jumps in, manages to go grab a couple of them. Matu's sitting a little bit low here. He's got to be careful. It does eventually fall. 33, though, trying to climb his way away. It's not going to be enough, though. Zai also going down here, and now Puppey also in danger. The roar comes out, though, from Nisha. 9 trying to sidestep. Not going to be able to do it, but they'll turn back around, and the damage is there. Down goes Skeeter.
You know, that wasn't bad considering their placement in the game. They picked off EA, they got the Axe, they killed the Nyx right at the start as well. Not awful for them, but again, Beastmaster just looking like the hero of the patch right now with that engagement. But yeah, kind of crazy for PA, but I really loved what Fata did. As soon as he got jumped on, he put an ink swell on a creep. If he puts it on himself and he dies before it explodes, it doesn't do anything. He knew that he was going down, but he ink swells the creep to give some nice damage to help them secure that really important PA kill. So that was nice heads up play by him.
That is a very thoughtful play. Yapser hunting Snaking. He's gotten so much information this game. Look at this. Trailing around, might actually find Fata over here. Nisha joining in. They'll open up with the stun. Plus a spike Carapace. Hookshot comes in, but they'll root them into place. Do they have enough damage? Do they have the nuke? It's not going to be there. As Puppey now maybe just a little bit too far forward. He's taking a lot of damage. Tries to buy himself a little bit more time. The Soulbind comes out. So Puppey goes down. Snaking already falling. Matu being chased over here after Skeeter, but we get the double doom off over on the back lines. As Fata does eventually fall. Can they get there fast enough, though? Can they do anything? Matu's already just run away, and yeah, that double doom was beautiful, but it didn't do enough.
Yeah, they just weren't quite ready to re-engage, unfortunately. Snaking was probably still healing at the time. They didn't have any follow-up because Storm had already burned a lot of mana, so whatever. They protect themselves a bit, and they get 1 kill out of it. Yeah, they killed Oracle, but
he bought his back.
Okay, they bought back on the supports. I missed that.
Oracle bought back, yeah. But look at this. Look at this. They know that the Doom is down. They know Soulbind is down. Zai getting its position, maybe a little bit off, but Matu just slices into the backline, takes out Fata. There's a and he has Inkswell's here. And yeah, Snaking, he throws him up into the cogs, but I don't think he's the one who's trapping PA. I think think he's trapped with Matu here as he just keeps dodging around, throws out another dagger. It's just very scary for them to try to approach this PA at this time, especially when you consider the counter initiation that they have as well. Matu jumps in, gets an advantageous jump, or, you know, in this case, Zai goes in. You still have that roar. In fact, that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to try to burst down the Spectre, and by God, they can do it. And there's just axes flying left and right here. And they just can't seem to get them to leave their base.
Can't. Matoma's not even.
Look at it. Matu doesn't care.
Oh my God.
Doesn't care. Finds Snake King. Happily takes that. Throws out the taunt. Does a little dance inside the base.
He's got like 30% lifesteal right now between the Possessed Mask, the Morbid Mask, and the SNY boost. And he's queuing up a Satanic. He doesn't need Disable here. He just needs.
Oh! Did they almost managed to grab him there.
Just so up tempo here with this PA build and the advantage that they got from it. 27 to 9K difference. Is the racks.
I mean, this is that 0% win rate on the Phantom Assassin is about to change, I have a feeling. This is looking very, very powerful, the way that they have played this game and the way that they have built the PA. But again, you know, nothing's over until until the ancient crumbles. So we'll see. Maybe Tundra can find some footing here. But it's looking very difficult.
It is. I mean, Spectre's not even, doesn't feel like a carry that can come back at this point to me. His net worth's behind where Dooms is. He's got like almost half the net worth that PA does. That is why PA is just shredding him. His armor gets reduced. He's life stealing at least most of the damage that he's taking. And PA just stays alive. So, I don't know, Spectre just hasn't been successful enough in these fights like they were hoping on Tundra's side.
Yapsor's got to be careful here. They do have a sentry down. They can see the axe is getting tossed out, though. It's always been Yapsor +1, it feels. Usually it's Nisha because he's got the boots of travel. They'll immediately take down that sentry ward, make it a little bit safer. But poor Fata, I feel like it's got to be terrifying being anywhere on this map if you're not in the base. And even then, in the base, I feel like Matu will just jump in.
Yeah, then that's one of the issues of Grimstroke. You can't defend yourself very well against gap closers. You can't instantly throw a stun to protect yourself. So PA's the perfect counter to that, at least in these small skirmishes here. If you see Grimstroke, you jump on him and kill him. And he can't do much other than say like, well, hopefully my spells will help you die back after I have died, you know, 40 seconds ago kind of a thing.
Yeah,
but
not the best plan.
It's not. Oh, Dume is going back for it. I saw him thinking about going Ags this game. He went back for BKB, he queued up. Now he's going back for Ags again. He's getting close. What it does is it increases your Doom duration by 6 seconds, and it applies Break when you ulti. If he can Doom PA or Axe, it's really, really good. Ideally both, of course. Break their passive. That means PA doesn't get her ulti for, and I believe the passive of Blur will be gone, 80% evasion for like, what, 16 seconds, 22 seconds. That's gonna be reduced a lot by SNY, but it'll be a counter to the SNY effect. If you can get this, it'll give them team fight options.
All right, well, they know that the Roche is up, and they know that Secret definitely wants to play for this, but you have to keep in mind, Matumba Man has picked up a Satanic as well, so it really all depends who gets the initiation on who first, and also, you know, that Soulbind feels like it's very important for Tundra to try to get as many people as possible with that Double Doom, which they have. They've gotten the Double Doom a couple times now, but they just have been lacking the damage to follow up and actually get kills.
And
Look
for
at
now,
this.
they're just trying not to get initiated on.
Oh, yeah, that is a Spectre. They have found Matu just slicing him into ribbons. One big old crit, and down goes Skeeter. Does have buyback. Snake King needs to be careful. He's trying to draw their attention over to the side here, trying to make a little bit more space. It's Matu splits him out. There's out the deck. Oh my gosh. All right, he's just absolutely obliterated. Now over on the backside, Fata says, oh God, please, no, please let me be. It's been a rough game already, but Zai, of course, coming in with the call, and it's a triple kill now for Matu.
I mean, why not just give him all the kills? It's not like it's difficult for him to pick them all up. Oh man, he's so.
He just walks right into the base too. As Nisha follow up here though from 9 does have that Ags online. They'll turn around. He's got an Aeon disc though. Has the Doom applied. It's gonna be the jump forward again. They've got the Yules. This is not looking great now for Nisha. As I was looking for the opening, finally they do manage to take down Nisha. Nice and pale coming out here from Yapso. The dunk comes out from Zai, and 9 looks like he should be able to just teleport out. They've exhausted their resources, but look at this. Matu's just been hanging out in their base, hitting buildings, just having a great life. Goes back in for a kill even. Look at this. Just goes right back in again. Has to be careful because there's a lot of angry dire folk here. But again, they silenced up over here on the Oracle. He's waiting patiently. He's trying to wait for it to go through, and he goes right back and double-sided again with that Soulbind. It's very, very nice. But look, Matu just does not care during all of this. They managed to get the False Promise off. He's silenced. He's doomed to everything, but he's still alive and kicking, and he's looking for more as he jumps over. They try to finish off 9, not going to be able to quite do it. It's nice Inkswell over here onto Skeeter, but look at Matu. He's just running around in these backlines. Yapster's absolutely fine. Snake King just sliced apart yet again.
Can't stop him. They got him really low, but he got one hit off with Satanic and he healed.
Matu just chasing after Skeeter, casually strolling on up. You can see Zai waiting patiently. He's silenced again. There's the Vortex coming out from 9. They'll use it, but again, Matu just jumps right back in. He sees Bata. He wants us. He's got the Glimmer Cape on him, but there's the dagger. He is beyond godlike. Somebody kill this man.
Just got way too much lifesteal. He got the lifesteal talent of 15 as well on top of it, and they call GG. That was just, what a timing by Secret.
Well,
Incredible game by them.
Gotta pad those stats, you know, gotta get that final kill off. But yeah, beautiful game coming out from Secret, especially with the very aggressive lineup and the, you know, the PA just popped off so hard, Purge.
Yeah, I mean, he was sitting at the end, once he got Satanic, he was sitting at about 45% lifesteal. So out of any damage he did, without popping Satanic, he was gonna heal 45% of that back. So it's like, you basically have to chain stun on him for 10 seconds while your whole team focuses him to kill him. And he's got 80%
Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Team secrets turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining.
Game 2, Team Secret, Team Tundra, Upper Division, Western European DPC League. DreamLeague Season 15 powered by Intel with Kyle and Tigov. And the draft has already begun, so we can jump straight into that one. This wasn't necessarily old draft related. I remember you saying at the end of the draft from Game 1 that Tundra actually had a favorable draftee.
Yeah, they had the nicer draft on paper. I think Secret did do a really good job at kind of punishing the timings. And I liked what Secret had in the essence of speed. You know, like Beastmaster, like, it's surprising that teams are still not banning Beastmaster, because it's like, even when you counter it, you don't feel like you truly countered it.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to kill him.
You bought a free bottle to try and beat the guy.
And we didn't really give much credit to Matumbaman in that game, because of course we were kind of yapping on about the bottle for quite a long time. But Matumbaman, his itemization was amazing. You know, go for the overcorrosion, lane pressure, instant deso, no farming item, keep fight, play with the Beastmaster. So yeah, just the way Secret played around each of their heroes really kind of shown. I think the comical thing about that game is the pre-match interview. We heard about 33, how he loved playing in the off lane, zoning, you know, supports into him, making sure his carry's having a good time. He'd gone top after like a couple minutes. Well, he'd left the lane.
He can't do anything down there.
I know, but it's just the idea of the interview to the game. It's bless.
Yeah.
But what you're saying is Team Secret set a very high pace to that first game. Is that something that you're hoping that Tundra is able to match this time around, as they get their hands on the IO that we haven't seen in quite a while?
Well, it's typically banned out. It's like 100% pick ban, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, it's a team I'd be very afraid of giving a Wisp to. Yeah,
Matumbaman has been practicing it a lot as carry throughout the Season 1 and DPC major, but are we going to see it carry? I don't think so. Oh, IO Tiny. Is this going to be just the Tiny carry, the old age?
I think it can go both ways. Well, Tiny mid, if not the partner, is still very effective.
Yeah, that's true.
Because you have great kill potential and excellent synergy with Wisp in general. Lifestealer second. It wasn't touched or banned last game, but you can imagine it would be here. Very good against a potential carry Wisp because of the max HP damage dealt through Feast. Likewise for Tiny. And you already have excellent delivery with your puck.
Yeah, it's important to have a call that won't just die to the blow up of a Tiny.
Yeah. You get a nice your armlet is huge. And you're real strong. You typically can grab that about the same time Tiny has Blink Dagger.
I guess for me, the only downside of a Lifestealer is you are a bit more static in lane. You don't really make moves on the map. So once again, you're relying on your team to make these plays. If it is the puck mid and there's just now a Tiny mid against it, it's a Tiny favored matchup. So I'm a bit worried of the direction that Tundra's moving in. I want to see them be able to make moves on the map. Actually make some plays where we outnumbered you and we're killing you, rather than reacting to salvaging lanes. And it's kind of been a trend of most of the games so far in DPC is they're not being super proactive. Their drafts do feel a bit more static, like they've had Abaddon and Wyvern before. We just saw the previous game where they have ultra late game dominance, but nothing to really kind of propel them into mid game. And I guess that really relies on, Snaking's hero pool, and him being on a position for that does a bit more damage, actually kind of can dictate the tempo of the game. Like he's played Spearbreaker so far to no avail. He played just Clockwork just then. It didn't feel that, that impactful. So yeah, Snaking really needs to kind of come out and kind of prove his spot, I feel.
10 seconds.
Yeah, Spirit Breaker, also one of the heroes that we saw coming out from Team Secret. Haven't seen a lot of Spirit Breaker yet, but these two teams both
Spirit,
have picked it so
yeah,
far.
Secret is undefeated. My favorite hero.
Well, there's very few replacements for Earth Spirit Tusk. And I think those are the de facto 1-2 in some order of 4 positions right now. Tiny could be played there, but as a core, I think it's a bit better. And then there's this whole host of heroes. You just look at the pool, you're thinking, okay, what has a stun?
What goes in?
What can do what Tusk can do, but not quite as good? And Spirit Breaker is definitely in that B tier of maybes.
Tusk is still in the pool as well, though.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it will be for long. Otherwise, I imagine Secret just scooped that up, no problem.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, interesting to see what type of direction Secret goes with their IO Tiny opening, because like we mentioned already, there's so many variations. Carry Tiny, mid Tiny, 4 Tiny. IO can be carry, can be football 5. So
10 seconds
yeah,
remaining.
I still feel like this could just be the carry and the 5. That's kind of my gut read right now.
5 seconds remaining.
Really? I would disagree. I think it's more likely your 1-2, potentially. Especially when I see a puck. I think core Tiny just becomes so much more valuable.
Just these bans. Oof.
And yeah,
These bans feel very safe laney bans, you know?
Yeah.
I think I'm just touching on the interview again. 30 was like, I want to annoy that safe lane. And all these bans from Secret is like, you can't annoy us, Chief.
Yeah, well, I would say, favor the idea of a IO core.
Well, they're both strength heroes.
You would both play them on the safe lane,
Yeah,
guys.
exactly. Yeah, but yeah.
No bickering, please.
No, we're just
having a conversation with Mom.
Leave us alone, Ma.
Wow. Not gonna control it fast. Okay. So what are we gonna see in the bans then? Last 2 bans. What are we worried for? IO Tiny, generally weak against Disruptor. Might want to give a cheeky ban on the side of Team Secret for that. Any other things that are good against IO Tiny just by default? Doesn't matter what position they play.
I think Witch Doctor was something we used to use back in the day. Maledict, very effective against these strength heroes, and you have pretty nice synergy with Puck Lifestealer. Also secures your laning phase. Can also really be run as a 4. We don't see it very often anymore. That was something Zai used to do back in the day when he was still in that position.
Secret's turn to pick.
Oh, they banned out the AA.
That's a good ban, especially with Puck Lifestealer already selected.
Yeah, and Gyro, the last ban coming out from Tundra. So far.
Yeah. Now Secret need to kind of decide exactly what's happening. Like, is this the 5-IO, etc.? Because this pick here, you can't flex these 2 heroes too deep into the draft. It's so hard to do it.
Ran into that.
Unless they just go for like just a casual offlaner. It's like, haha, you have no idea what we're doing.
Well, there's not many of them left.
Yeah, they're kind of gone. All right, they just go for the Tusk.
Yeah.
Yep, strong.
There's just no reason not to. It's too strong. IO save for the Tusk support. You've already banned out the 2 offlaners that would give you the most trouble.
Yeah.
And it was nerfed pretty hard. The spirit damage specifically, but it still seems incredibly powerful. Like, the damage was nerfed by like 40%, and yet I still see IO picked or banned every game, and first picked, I'm a core, and you still win.
Yeah, it's all timing, right? It's like when we saw the Broodmother game earlier, like the hero just has such a dominant window of the game where if you just play for that, it is really hard to deal with. And yeah, now with the Tusk pick, obviously the IO Tusk pairing looks much stronger. Casually putting the Tiny into the Puck. Now Secret in a very comfortable position with their 3 heroes.
This is where you keep it open here. I think you take Snake King's hero, as we've been discussing, and 4th pick the Necrophos.
I mean, I think this is where you stop digging so heavily into your bonus time. This is all they have left. Team Secret has only used 1 second so far or something. Is this not worrisome?
A little bit, because you're just picking a 4 position.
Yeah.
There's no stress.
And there's quite a few options. I mean, this is gonna be.
They have penalty time, or are they just taking a long time to think?
They are just taking. No, that's. Okay. They have 4 seconds left. They go for Enigma.
So that's another excellent. The meta is being shaped by these strength heroes.
Yeah.
That just stacks our ability.
Okay.
That is so good. That would have been perfect for Tundra. They deny it completely. In addition, they quick pick, and now Tundra, to your point, they have 20 seconds. To decide now in response to a hero that is very specific in how you have to prepare against it.
Yeah, and Team Secret, they snap picked it. They know that Tundra is pressed for time, so they're going to try to put that gas really a little bit more. A little more pressure.
The issue, I guess, for Tundra is simply, they go for a brew. This potentially could just be yeah, like there's flexibility through the roof right now for Tundra, but like it just doesn't feel that nice because they have so many static heroes. You know,
Yep.
Lifesteal sits in his lane, Enigma sits in his lane or jungle, and then Brew, Puck, they're kind of fight enablers, but not the primary damage source.
Okay,
Puck to some degree can be that.
you're going to last pick mid here, though, I think. I mean, depends. I think you're going Fata hero or you're going 9 hero. It's Enigma Brew in the off lane. 3-3 will likely play the Brew just because that's one of his specialty heroes. The Enigma's great going back to that strength hero meta because you have percent-based damage from your pulse and then pure damage in a way.
Fata also really likes
Natural
those
Solar Crest.
tanky 5s, though. The Brewmaster comes to mind for that.
But can you put Enigma against IO Tusk?
No, Enigma can technically lane in every lane just because of the reset potential, but I just feel like it's more about pacing of the game, right? Like we just saw how Secret won the first game. It's the ability to collapse that laning phase and have just strong team timings, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like Tundra going from game 1 to game 2, they've identified that, but they've not really answered the problem. They've just kind of doubled down on, okay, we'll have the better team fight at some point, and that worries me for Tundra because, again, a lack of early damage. So this last pick, which, again, like Carl said, should most likely be in the mid lane, it needs to have such a good laning matchup to have one lane go their way in a way in which he can pivot into the game to connect the pieces.
And the beauty of this Secret lineup is that the Tiny is now your only versatile core left in a way because it's IO Tusk top, it's Necro in the off lane, but with Tiny, that's a perfectly fine lane. Or the Tiny can just be mid. You late pick a Yapzor hero. So you're going to see Tundra's full lineup in all potential mid matchups.
Yeah, it looks like from Secret's bans, though, they just think it's Puck mid, and they're looking for the active 4. Because, yeah, again, like the other variation is just Brew Lifesteal safe lane, and then Enigma off lane plus some active 4.
Tundra think that it's a Wisp for Yapzor.
Yeah, or Tusk for Yaps or Wisp for Poppy.
Yes.
Because, yeah, they are banning out the Nisha
Well, they have
heroes,
last pick,
actually.
yeah. Secret has last pick, so they can choose exactly what they want. Like, they can decide, is the Io going to be the carry? Because pretty much Io, Tiny, Tusk flex so well within the ranks. And, yeah, they've picked 4 heroes that are all around the shop. And Tundra, because they don't know where anything's going, they're just trying to go, okay, this hero's kind of good for this hero.
I just want to say, again, I love that Secret took Necrophos here. It's great synergy with their draft, if you look at it. But it's also just would have been perfect for Tundra. Like, there's no reason for them to be thinking that way because Necro's
No
kind of
time
new.
remaining.
My fear, though, for Tundra in that scenario is, no pick here feels that good just because of,
Fought a hero.
Yeah, just casual Jakiro.
Mid puck.
Ice Path against Io, good. Snowball, Ice Path very strong.
There's a lot of wombo combo potential coming out.
I hope
for
to see a
Tundra.
Macropire Black Hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get some cool combos.
And the Dream Coil to set up the black hole.
Well, and it's really nice when you have Brew as well. Have something to drop down on. And in this case, Macropire Ice Path is a great setup. As you said, tons of pushing power and a very strong bottom lane. But I am worried about their just overall damage output.
The entry into the game is item based, not level based.
Exactly.
They're going to have some nice defensive plays where it's like under tower, you're going to have the puck rotation in, maybe Jakiro's chipping in lane. But yeah, they are very much relying on Secret not, over forcing the map.
It's so much easier for a Tiny Tusk to kill things than it is for you basically have Coil and Ice Paths to try and lock people down. It's very difficult.
I
You need
think
a fast HOD on an
if we're going to continue with online leagues, I think it will be very beneficial for all of us to learn how to lip read.
That's true. Or just have, okay, they go Luna. Yeah, they want to get out of the game. That's nice. So yeah, it is just going to be the puppy supporting the end of the time. And yeah, that's just Secret taking a read on the draft, which is like, okay, you've drafted such a long to come online lineup that is so locked into farming. We can just, get out of the game.
Just Luna.
Okay, so in regards to, Secret has a really nice tempo-based lineup. And of course, like game 1, they're the ones on the timer, but they clearly executed well. I think for Tundra, what we need to look for from them is Jakiro needs to really unlock the lane. He is a good counter to both Tusk and Necro. His Jaw Breath pretty much mitigates both of their presence. And it's going to be kind of what type of greed can come out in the offlane from the Enigma, ensuring 33 gets a good game. If 33 starts rotating well, pressuring whilst Luna's catching up in farm. Yeah, it's Tundra's numbers game is so critical. And just ensure that they can rebuttal a couple early fights, unlike they did in game 1. Maybe they can get to a strong timing. But yeah, it's going to be rough because Secret just has a really nice snowballing-esque draft.
Worse draft than the first game for Tundra. The way you guys are talking about it.
Yeah, on paper,
if they don't,
Tundra's first draft had a nicer looking timing.
Yeah.
This draft is a lot weaker because of the lack of damage and they rely on just Black Hole. And I think when you have a draft which is Black Hole centric, it often doesn't go as well as you think it is. You know, you're not always hitting the 4 or 5 man. So yeah.
Surely there won't be a bottle pool.
I think they have a much easier time, though. I would disagree just that if they can, in an even game in 15 minutes, Tundra's in a great spot. The Brewmaster Enigma combo is just more team fights than all of Secret put together. Luna needs a BKB before Secret can safely take team fights. In fact, they can't fight into these 2 team fight monsters. So I think if Tundra can just survive the laning phase, Nisha doesn't just run away with it, they'll actually be in an okay position.
All right, well, let's find out how these lanes are going to play itself out. We're heading over to our commentary duo of Mox and Purge.
All right, Purge, we've got game number 2, and it looks like this time around, you know, we've got a little bit more of an even draft. It seems like our panel feels a bit more confident this time in the side of Tundra, but the big qualifier here is you can't let Nisha get out of control.
Yeah, Nisha could have a really good game for sure. It makes me think of what we saw Limp do the other day on his mid-tiny. Most games he plays mid-tiny, he has a great time. But yeah, if he gets a good Blink Dagger timing and goes around pressuring the map, it's going to slow down Tundra a lot and make things a little scary for sure. So got to be careful. And the hard part is, well, is that Tiny just has a lot of HP and a lot of armor once he gets 1 point in his ultimate. So even ganking him feels really difficult. So the game's going to be a lot of like just trying to stabilize until they can get their really strong teamfight ultimates available on Tundra.
I think that thing that's a little bit concerning for me as well, you know, we talked about Nisha not having that great start to the game. You don't really have the kind of heroes that are going to be able to make these rotations to really punish him if he starts to, you know, get out of control or just, you know, slow him down at all. I think that's a big problem. As Fata is going to walk right past the grouping of Secret here, as is 9, as they're just going to comb through the area, try to get some information, and just go on for a full invasion. You have some nice deep wards put down too, if you take a look on both sides of the map here.
Yeah, both of these are going to help spot couriers and things like that, so it'll be useful.
The battle
Bounty rune
begins.
fights. Be surprised if Snake can get one, but he does. Okay. Too bad. 2 and 2 for both teams.
It's taking a lot of damage though here from Yapster. That tag team, of course, just so good.
In his itemization, he didn't buy any regen at the start, so just a lot of free damage here. And Yapster will pick up that experience as well when he denies one of the creeps. He'll just go back to Fountain to heal right now because of this. I'm curious to see how he plays the Enigma 4. Enigma has lost some viability as a support because of the change to demonic conversion, and then Enigma fell off a little bit, but we'll see what he does here. If he can make it work.
That's the nice thing about, you know, the start of patches, right? Is you get to see what's working, what's not, and what, you know, people want to really experiment with. I'm interested though with this Luna pickup. I don't think we've seen too many Lunas in this region be super successful.
Yeah, they haven't been super common just yet. And I like what Secret's doing with the lane setup too. Luna plus Io as the dual off lane to basically lane up against the Lifestealer. Lifestealer has an attack range disadvantage there, and even like trying to harass with a Lifestealer wouldn't feel good anyway. So now they're going to lane swap. 3-3 now comes top. And we'll see if they do TP rotations, but for now it just looks like Secret's going to try lane this.
And they do manage to spot out Yapster over there in the corner because the tree is, of course, cut down. So Fata already moving a little bit further back is protecting that courier. And looks like he'll TP bottom to help secure farm here for Skeeter.
Definitely needed. If you don't have some kill potential against the Necrophos, he's almost always just going to out-regen you. Because every time that a creep can be last hit, you come up, you do a Death Pulse, you get about 30 mana and HP back from every creep last that you get, so it just becomes a disadvantageous trade. But with Jakiro now here with Lifestealer, now they can actually slap Necro repeatedly and force him out of lane with some trades. So that's actually going to be a lot better here for Tundra.
Are you fine with this, though, because of the fact that your Luna's getting very nice farm in that top lane for the most part, and yes, you're forcing Zai back, but I think he doesn't mind just, you know, kind of getting those levels.
I mean, so far seems okay. Through 3 dodges the tri-lane attempt on his life, and he's going to run for the hills now, skilling up Drunken Brawler to run away if he needs to, forcing to chase everywhere. Some weird stuff happening, and Snake King's just jungling in the meantime. So if he feels confident about this jungling situation with Enigma, and they feel like they're getting value out of it, then go for it. Let's see it work.
Bottom lane, they're trying to make plays here on Fata, and he is going to be the first blood. Zai here needs to be careful as well. He's going to turn back around. He can heal right back up again. This is getting very, very close. Zai trying to kite as much as he can. They're trying to put out more damage. Zai, is he going to have that final death pulse? Yes, he does. He gets a double kill in this bottom lane.
It's really unfortunate that Zai gets the kill, because then he gets that extra multiplier for regen. So it's like 6 times better for heroes. So he got like almost 200 HP from heal and mana from getting that first kill on the Jakiro. Great rotation by Yapsor.
And definitely pays off that Zai was so patient during all this as he does turn around here. We'll continue to put a little bit of damage over onto Fatih. Yeah, but look at this. They just sit so close here. Skeeter's hoping, he's trying really hard, but this death pulse and the fact that Zai is able to just move himself away and kite the entire time.
He knew his limits.
Waiting
He
for
played
that death
so
pulse.
well. Yep, hits him again, another death pulse, and it's healing Yapster the whole time too, so just great dual lane there. And this is what kind of breaks Necropros. I mean, he got a pretty small buff to the Heartstopper heal stuff, but like if the numbers are good, then it just feels like one of those lane winner heroes that pros can abuse so well.
Be interested to see if they're going to try to make some pinstring movement again over here on Fata, with the Tusk making his way back to lane after he's picked up the bounty rune. But nope, he's just going to kind of hang out over here on the side, maybe rotate over towards that mid lane as well. 4 minutes coming up.
And Zai's able to pick up the Ring of Health now, which is going to give him even more regen and basically guarantee that even if Skeeter does walk up and slap him, that he should be able to offset this.
The toss-up, man. The amount of damage as Yapster comes running in here. Not going to be able to quite get their hands over on 9, but we'll be able to do some damage here to Snake King. Not quite enough, though, to get the kill as Zai in the bottom lane, now that they know that there's no Tusk to protect him, did try to make some plays here onto this Necrophos.
Ooh, he gets it. Oh, big kill for 9 here on the... Oh, well, maybe not going to get it. Okay, looked really close. He basically did a Waning Rift in short range and then Orb to hit Snake King, or sorry, Nisha, to save his damage, and he got the Water Rune. It looked like he would get a kill, but he was able to squeak out. But either way, nice by 9 there. Zai may be in trouble bottom, though. Dual Breath, some slaps, and he doesn't have Ghost Shroud. This is looking dangerous. Yeah, you get him.
Yep, just identifying that, you know, again, Yapster was a little bit off to the side there, so they had the opportunity to get a nice pick off.
The amount of damage coming.
And it definitely feels so anticlimactic now at the 5-minute mark. We've just been so trained to, you know, oh my god, runes, we gotta go. It's nighttime now. It's just, oh, it's nighttime. Okay.
And the 10-minute mark, same thing.
Yeah.
It's like not as big of a...
It just doesn't feel right.
Once we learn our multiplication tables, and the stress is going to come back, and it's me more often.
Yeah, great. Just what every Dota player needs is more stress. Wonderful. Very much looking forward to that. Dream Coil is going to get used over here in the mid lane as we go. They'll drop the Midnight Pulse, but again, Tiny, he's fairly tanky here. Waning Rift, plus that Illusory Orb. Not going to be quite enough, though, to take down Nisha, who's just going to bottle up right again and survive. Ice Path, though, down in the bottom lane. Zai, Snowball coming out. They'll stun up Skeeter, and they'll buy a little bit more space, a little bit more time. He is going to tick down a little bit to the damage coming out from Fata, but shouldn't be enough to get this kill.
Yeah, 9 apologizing there. I think his silence came a little bit late, and the Avalanche basically prevented Snake King from casting Demonic Conversion and the Malefice follow-up. If he gets Malefice off, I think they get Nisha with a kill there, but because it came a little bit late, it was rough there. Some harassing with help from Fata once again. Luna completely free farm, so same game state as last game and this game. Matamaman just getting tons and tons of farm, and he's skilling, likely to max out Moonglaze and potentially Lunar Blessing as well. So he should have a really, really good farm rate while being able to transition into strong team.
He's just been having such really nice laning phases this entire series, honestly. They just haven't put a lot of pressure on him. They've made the space. Just Matu having great time.
It's probably just a draft priority. It's something they think about in the draft, where they're going to get their setups, how much they're going to commit to a tri-lane potentially, and because if Matamaman has these good laning stages, he makes very, 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 very few mistakes in the late game, and that's one of the best values you can have in a hard carry. Give him that good early game, you're going to have a great time.
33 doing the best that he can over here. He's had a lot of harass being tossed upon him, of course, when you've got the Io and the Luna both ranged in that lane, but, you know, managing to just stick in there and be able to get the experience. A little bit of a skirmish down here on this camp, trying to contest over Zion Apsor.
Life's hard as a neutral creep, and everyone wants to kill you, basically.
I mean, to be fair, in the game, everyone wants to kill you as well.
On the enemy team, at least you have some friends. Neutral creeps, I guess they have friends. They just have to move out of their house and then get some squatters, and they have friends.
I don't know, man. You play pubs, you can easily have people on your own team become your enemies who want to kill you too. It just depends on a couple factors. But some nice stacks over here. Matu's going to be able to accelerate even faster thanks to the stacking of Puppey.
An interesting skill build too. He's not maxing out Glaives first. He got 3 points in Lunar Blessing just to give himself better night vision. And I mean, if they do go for kills, it'll be way better because that's 10 extra damage on the IO. Tiny gets ulted in the bot river. See if they get a kill this time.
It's going to take 3 of them to take him down, but they should eventually be able to find this. Nisha will fall to the hands of 9.
Cool. They basically made the Puck and the Enigma feel really good here because with Dream Coil, you're not going to want to break that coil, so they just dropped down Midnight Pulse, and all of a sudden you're getting like, you know, 30 to 40% of their max HP as magical damage. Works out well.
Zai with the scythe here, trying to make enough damage over onto Snakey. Not going to quite find his Yapster, but Tate's in. It is pretty difficult, though, to get your hands on this Puck to hold him in place. So have those teleports come in, but top lane, Puppey and Matu are forcing the tower a bit, and they get the fortification out. You spot out 33 over here on the side. They'll toss out a little warning glaive.
He's going to be fine, though. I mean, his net worth is not going to be amazing, but he's got levels, which is by far the most important thing you can have on Brewmaster. And he's picked up Urn now, so now you can actually trigger Cinder Brew from distance as the team fights develop. So far, things are looking pretty good. Raindrop on Snake King, absolutely saving his life there against Reaper Scythe combos. So Zai getting a little desperate for kills, but he's still doing all right. But now it's pretty even right now, so things are going good for Tundra.
This is a really nice stack here, though, for Matu that he's taking right now. He even picks up the Possessed Mask, so things are really turning up Luna this game. Middle lane, Dream Coil will get used. They are leashed up. They get off the Avalanche, though, and Yapster, of course, is here. They do spot out 9 going behind the tower, but again, they just don't have that lockdown right now. As the smoke does break, 33 gets spotted over in the river.
Yeah, a little unfortunate. They were almost for sure going to want to do Primal Split with the coil instead, but 9 forced to use it defensively. He's going to have to go the long way back to his lane. I mean, it buys time for Skeeter, I guess, but the net worths are looking scary. Matoma Man's got 1,300 more gold than Lifestealer does right now at the 10-minute mark. So a lot of net worth on Luna. If they can pick him off in fights, things will be fine for Tundra. And Enigma usually does that pretty well with Black Hole, so it'd be a huge kill to guarantee if they can do it.
I mean, that's just the nature of a Luna, though, especially against the Lifestealer, right? It's just the situation that's going to occur, especially when you have someone making stacks for you. But definitely can make some plays here over on the side of Tundra, as there's a lot of focus here on this mid tower. They want to chip it down. They want to secure that. And smoke comes out, though, from the side of Tundra, hoping that maybe they can find something. They do have the Black Hole available if they would like to use it. They've got Split and, of course, the Macro Pyre. But who are they going to find is the real question, because nobody is hanging out in this bottom area.
They ignored both Nisha and Tuss. They definitely spotted them at least a little bit here. Fada's trying to spot rotations. This Sentry is likely going to... Oh, he gets a D-ward. Nicely done.
Yapster, though, realizing that something feels a little bit off immediately, will try to snowball over to this creep camp. There's out the shards as well, but it looks like Yapster going to be the one who gets ganked here.
Yep, so they were basically moving bottom because they expected Secret to react to the tower pressure, and they ended up getting the jungle kill instead. There's going to be relocate here.
No, they just want to force back.
Going to cut this. That didn't work. I mean, it's okay. They got a creep wave, but I think he was hoping to maybe get the deny as well. Didn't get the deny. They killed the creep wave. Not awful for Luna. They'll accelerate a little bit, but now that I've mid.
Yep, the mid lane. They use the Dream Coil. They use the Split, and the Macro Pyre gets dropped on as well. So down will go Zai. Matu is here. Courier will get sniped as well. And it looks like, I'm not sure if Yapster wants to stick around here. Yeah, he's going to get hit with that rock and try to snowball his way back over to the Eidolons. The Ice Path comes through. They've got the double damage over on 9, but eventually Yapster will fall again.
They're doing a really good job with these rotations here. They have used quite a few ultimates, but they haven't used Black Hole yet. That's the important one. And with Snake King picking up level 7 and having this many items, Solar Crest, I guess just Solar Crest, they're in a great position right now to keep map pressure and make sure that their opponents don't just get a free Roche here. So they're balancing their cooldowns really well.
I mean, Solar Crest is just so good right now. Like, it's cheap. It does so much for your team.
Yep. It's mostly a carry item, basically, right? You're going to want to put it on Lifestealer. It's going to give him 65 effectively free attack speed, a little bit of movement speed. It's just going to make him more effective in these crucial moments where they're going for kills.
But while all this is going down, you still have Puppey and Matu, the dynamic duo here, farming up, getting Luna what she needs. And did I see... Is she going for Butterfly next?
Yep. Manta first, keeping up Butterfly. Butterfly will be really good against the Lifestealer. very right-click based. Brewmaster split is right-click based. There's Eidolons. Puck is going to want to right-click effectively. So it'll definitely make her very survivable and difficult to kill in fights. Magic Immunity is, kind of nice, but they actually don't have that much stuff. Like, if you buy BKB versus Enigma, it doesn't always feel like good anyways, because they usually just kill you in black hole no matter what. But maybe just better to go these items first to be survivable, and we'll have Necrophos as well to back up the Luna once Zai finishes his mech that he's queuing up. So they've got ways to try to keep Matumba Man alive. But if Tundra can be effective and kill Luna, the fight basically feels over, because Nisha hasn't been able to play an amazing game. He's died one time. They put so much pressure on him with all these dream coils that they've done what the panel asked for. Like, don't let Nisha get out of control. With that said, he's got Blink and 100 gold, so maybe he'll get some cleanup kills. But for now, it's looking great for Tundra.
Yeah, they definitely have that little bit of breathing room that they're looking for. Definitely be a lot harder if Nisha had that Blink Dagger a little bit earlier. So now they do have to be careful, especially Fata. Because if he's a little bit out of position, he can easily get bursted down.
There's the difference, though, is that he's a very high strength hero. Jakiro has a lot of HP gain, and he's got raindrops as well. You need both of these things to make sure that you are less vulnerable to getting picked off and giving Nisha a chance back into this game. So he's got to carry magic resistance, he's got to carry raindrops, and it's going to be the same thing for Snake King as well. They're both slightly vulnerable right now.
How do you feel about the fact that they've held this black hole? Because I've had different schools of thought. Some say, it's up, you've already got it running, go find yourself a kill with it, even if you only grab one person and make it value. Is that still, something that should be considered here? Or hold that thought, Nisha with the Blink Dagger, the Snowball, Yapsor. He'll find himself on Fata, but they should be able to turn this back around again as Yapsor is just sort of clicking off in the side as he goes down.
So if they use Black Hole to get a big kill like Luna, it's worth it, I think. But the downside is that then they're going to, everybody in Secret's going to run into the Rosh pit and they're going to take Roshan. And that is obviously a very bad thing. So by holding Black Hole and making sure that Snake King doesn't make a mistake, get picked off, then Black Hole's always available, and their opponents can't turn an Aegis into another objective or an aggressive team fight that restricts map control for Tundra. So as long as they're still getting kills and they're using lower cooldown ultimates like Puck ulti plus other follow-ups, this is completely fine for Tundra. Because they will have solutions against Luna, even if she's really farmed, because of Midnight Pulse and Black Hole.
Dire are scanning.
Skeeter having a little bit of breathing room in the bottom lane here. Of course, again, Luna sitting at the top of the net worth, but when you've got all those glaives, that's bound to happen. Do have the Maelstrom, though, of course, picked up for the Life Stealer, so he's got his own farming item as well.
Yep, this is a decent way to farm. Some people do go like an armlet type build, but Maelstrom will farm a little bit faster for AoE, and considering that he's fought almost never this whole game, this is the right way to play it. He'll go Sanj next. Looks like he's going to go Halberd. Great choice against range carries like Luna. It's a little bit less farm than you would normally expect out of a Life Stealer, so we'll see if he changes his mind later on that. But if Luna commits to not having BKB, this is going to be an excellent solution against her overwhelming damage in fights.
Otherwise, fairly quiet game, still sitting about less than 1K ahead here on the side of Secret.
And Brewmaster going towards Axe, he's about 1,500 gold away. It's perfect itemization to have for 3-3, actually. It just makes his Brewmaster, even if he's underfarmed, just feel so much more valuable, because he will have 2 potential ultimates in a fight. Or he can use 1 ultimate, have a decent fight, and then save the second one for a potential Roche defense, for example.
That seems pretty value here. You have to be careful. All right, they'll spot out immediately over here onto Nisha. They drop the Midnight Pulse, though. Snake King waiting patiently, sitting off to the side. There's going to be the heal, and they're going to immediately teleport Horn, but that is going to make a problem here for Matu, because he doesn't have anyone to protect. We'll turn back around. He does have the Eclipse Snowball. They'll come out from Yapsor by them. Just a little bit more time, but the Infest Bomb pops out again. They haven't even needed to use this Black Hole. As now Yapsor. Okay, the follow-up here from Nisha. The Avalanche. Is it enough damage, though? No, 9 is still absolutely fine here, as it looks like they might be able to take down Yapsor over on the back lines. They've got their eyes on Nisha. They even go for the Black Hole, and they grab off on the side the Necrophos as well. Tundra looking really, really good here with an excellent team fight and a great use of that first Black Hole.
It was so good. I want to watch that clip again, because I think what happened was Nisha jumps in with Blink trying to catch Skeeter, but Skeeter uses Enrage in time, and as a result, he blinks in, gets Enrage off, instant Malphus. They saw him coming, is why they knew this was happening. Midnight Pulse as well, so basically Nisha just gets completely caught. They're forced to use relocate, and Puck then catches Luna on the back line with the Dream Coil, which forces Secret to commit. Snowball is going to buy some time there, but doesn't really do that much, and they are able to focus and kill him. And at that point, the fight looked great. And from here on out, it's just cleanup. Nisha goes back in, but Puck ends up dodging and staying alive, basically. So then they just get cleanup. And then the Great Black Hole from Snake King as well to guarantee the Necro kill and the Tusk kill that was likely anyways. Oh, what a beautiful fight for Tundra.
That ice path is just a little bit off there. Otherwise, they would have been able to clean up Puppy. Is that a situation where they shouldn't have saved Yapser?
Shouldn't have saved Yapser. Or you mean Nisha?
No. Hold on 1 second here, as they do find Matu.
Kill. Now they got Blink Dagger on Snake King to do Infest Bombs, and Puck naturally will be great and mobile and able to get these kills. So at this point, I gotta say that I wish he had a BKB.
Yeah, well, I think he does as well. Nines finally will get slain by the side of Secret, but it takes quite a few heroes to do it.
Absolutely good trade, though. I mean, that was their big net worth hero. They killed the Luna ahead of time, so everything is looking fine for them. They're just going to hold the high ground here.
Puppy was trying to zip away here too, Yapsor, but not going to be able to do it as Zai comes back and pops that mech, but
loses his mobility from the tether, and they guarantee the kill. Fada's itemization, very smart. Fluffy Hat into Vitality Booster. He's just rushing Aeon Disc. He knows what's going to happen here. If he just stays alive from getting bursted, either like Puss combo into Reaper Sight or Tiny combo into Reaper Sight, then he's just going to be able to continue casting Ice Paths and Dual Breaths, and those skills are really, really useful this game.
yeah, he's been really, really on point with a lot of these Ice Paths too. Very nice setup here. Again, this is a hero that Fata plays quite a bit of. And that's the Ags completed now for the Brewmaster.
Right. I could maybe see 3-3 by the Shard this game. I tried the Primal Split one with that Void Bruling. It was garbage when it first came out, but it's a little better now. And you can actually use it twice in a split instead of before it was like basically just once. Fata might be in trouble here.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he gets separated from the rest of the team. They even go and they use the sights just for good measure. So they'll end up losing Fata, but that is, of course, the Reaper Scythe down.
But importantly, 25 seconds added respawn time basically doubles his respawn. This gives them a much bigger window to pressure Roche now. Because Fata is still important. If you sit behind your teammates when they get aggressive, you're landing 2 or 3 ice paths per team fight. Completely changes the outcome. And now they just get to take Roche. So big grab here. Tundra's going to try to slow it down, though.
Have to be careful. Yapsor sitting a little bit low. That Dream Coil coming in, plus the Infest Bomb popping right back out again. It's a beautiful Eclipse coming out from Luna, but it just doesn't seem to matter too badly as they do buy back now over onto the Tusk. They have to protect Matu. He's disarmed. Will be thrown up into the air. Puppy doing the best that he can, trying to keep this Luna alive.
It was a relocate, but he broke it with the stone toss.
Now the chase is on.
Ultimate.
They're waiting. They see Zai. He's ticking down to some of this magic damage. They drop the Macropyre plus the Ice Path like we've seen before. Matu waiting over here on the high ground. They're going to try to keep him alive, but not quite enough healing to keep Zai going here as he does buy back. Yapsor now he is stuck between a lot of heroes. Another nice Ice Path will slow him down and hold him into place.
Otto's owning this fight here.
He's looking great.
Chases so far. Fighting really well. But basically, they got in there. They spread Secret out. Great interruption for the relocate there. With relocate being wasted like that, they basically just didn't have a good reset when Zai was out of position there. And Necrovos is a very slow hero, guys. Takes them a long time to get back to safety. And now Tundra is the one that look like they're going to Aegis, but we'll see.
They want to go in, but they don't have the Eclipse anymore. Okay, Nisha opening up with the Avatar. Will find the kill on Fata immediately, but it doesn't matter because Skeeter's already got the Aegis. And look at that black hole on the side of Secret. They're just holding them all into place with damage plus the Midnight Pulse. There's Luna trying the best. She cannot stay alive though, despite Puppy holding on, and Zai's left over on the back lines. Avalanche does slow them down, but they've hitched a ride here over here on 9. He would love to get a kill. Might have to just settle for Puppy over here. See, waits patiently. The silence not quite connecting, but you know what? Puppy at the last second, is he gonna make it out alive? Nisha trying to punish them for going a little bit too far. 9 will fall, but over on the back lines here is Zai. He's gonna get taken out by 33.
Pretty big mistake there by 9, actually. He missed his Waning Rift silence on
this is a little bit off.
On the IO.
But Nisha chasing after 33 here. Does have Puppy. He does have the Blink Dagger, but it's going to get interrupted.
Radiant's top tower is under
All right, still looking good for him. I mean, they still have Aegis sitting on Lifestealer. Lifestealer is get close to his Scotty now, which is going to give him huge advantage against Luna. Luna's a ranged hero, so Scotty works better against ranged heroes, and it reduces regen, lifesteal, spell lifesteal. So the natural lifesteal that Luna's going to want to build, the heals that come from Io are going to be reduced. It's going to be really nasty when he finishes it. Here's the initiation. Fada gets nothing off. Dreamco lands on 3, which is great, but
that
man,
black
Snake King
hole.
jumps in.
It was set up beautifully by 9 there, I have to say.
It was. And the best interruption to Snake King's black hole is basically Tiny or Lucent Beam, and both of those guys got grouped up. Tiny went in right away, Luna was right there, so it just gave him open season to jump in and grab that great black hole. But here's Nine's mistake.
Yeah, it
Trying
looked
to play for both. Silence was too far, and as a result, Puppy jumps across. He chases because he really wants this kill, and then he just gets punished.
All right, well, smoke over on the side of Tundra now. So they're coming through the Radiant jungle, placing down some wards. They took a great fight there. They'd like to get another pick off if possible. And Matu doing the best he can. He's got that butterfly completed up. The rest of the side of Secret playing around him here in this top area.
Still doesn't want to BKB. He wants to go Satanic first.
Do you like this?
Okay.
I mean, I understand, like, you know, the black hole, again, it's not going to matter if you've got a BKB, but I feel like, you know, the Midnight Pulse does a lot, plus the puck damage coming out too, and...
It's not terrible. I mean, again, Satanic does have a Dispel now, so it will give him some soft solutions against things like Malefice.
That's
or
true.
Dual Breath. Like, there are certain... Or Silence. There's certainly things that it's going to be really effective against, but it's a little scary, especially knowing that Skeeter is literally about to finish Scotty. That's going to undercut a lot of what the item provides in terms of raw survivability. So we'll see how it matches up with Skeeter's item timing, but very good of Skeeter to like fully itemize, not to make lifesteal good, but to be a Luna counter. He's done that with basically his last two items. Scotty and Halberd are both going to do this well.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Pressure being placed over on the bottom tower.
Is under attack.
And again, Secret just playing in the top area. But this bottom tower is going to go down.
Radiant's bottom
And the blink is picked up now for 9. So he's already had some very nice initiations. And these initiations are only going to get better.
They're controlling this side of the map really well so far. And it just gets a little bit scarier, I think, for Secret as time goes on. Because this Enigma 4 is completely paid off. Snake King is 2-0 and 11 right now. His net worth is 4th highest in the game. He's got more net worth than the enemy mid and the enemy offlane. It's insane. He's almost, I think he's got BKB coming too. Once BKB comes, the only thing that's interrupting his ulti, Walrus Punch, which isn't going to work, or Reaper Scythe.
Yeah, not super great here as 9 just following over here. They have the dust. They should be able to clean up on Yapsor. And there's a BKB. Oh my goodness.
Yep, there it is.
Yep.
He's in such a good position. No greed at all. Helping to push towers to lifestealers, just slapping buildings, doesn't care about any of this damage. Just got utter survivability with this itemization. A little bit less damage, but as the Luna counter or the Necrophos counter, it's a perfect build.
Radiant's middle tower has
I don't know how they approach this now. I almost would have liked to have seen, you know, something else in terms of initiation coming out from the side of Secret, because Nisha, you know, we saw in the past, you know, he jumps forward, but they're just so fast with their fingers on getting that rage off.
I think
9?
Nisha got spotted. They ulti? No, he did not.
Take down all the trees in the hunt to find him, but he's already out. And we
If
do
9 had Dream Coil, that was a kill.
we do have the BKB now too, and I think that's a good choice here. They do
Okay.
manage to get the kill on Fox Courier as well, so little silver lining here.
So he went back. Skeeter might... Oh, never mind. Yeah, they went back for the BKB for safety. Probably just by far the safer thing to do. And he's going all right-click talents as well, so this is like traditional Luna that we're seeing. Bada getting a lot of D awards here. They find Toss.
Yep, Sir has been the one that's consistently been found. Good blink away, though. Still think this is not looking great from the shards coming to play, but 9 is here with the Lifestealer Infest. Don't even bother to go and pop it out. So he just continues to hunt around the area, go over to the enemy triangle, hoping to find some stragglers, but no one's home.
Pick up for Luna, though. He finds the Paladin Sword, and in a battle of staying alive here, extra lifesteal is going to be great. It gives you 8% spell lifesteal as well, so when he eclipses, he's going to get some heal from those every time.
Oh, 9 though, immediately finding Matu. Skater just chonking away over here. Does have the rage. He's going to turn his attention, though, around. Doesn't know how many other people are there. They're a little bit far away from the rest of the Tundra, so they'll back off.
It's kind of funny that in that circumstance, he's like, do I waste BKB or Eclipse to protect myself? He's like, Eclipse.
Yeah.
Eclipse sucks. Didn't care, even though it's a far longer cooldown. I mean, BKB timings are massive. If he's got his BKB going when he's Midnight Pulse or something, that's way less damage that you end up taking.
Greaves are finished now for Zai, so that's going to give them a little bit more survivability during these fights. And again, that seems the name of the game is really try to keep this Luna alive at all costs.
And they're just relocating to enemy Ancients because they know that their opponents are not going to be here. So this is the best way for them to get net worth. And they pick up some big neutrals. That's the other cool thing that they got out of this. So,
oh dear.
Colloquial Flames and an Elven Tunic now. He's not going to probably use Elven Tunic. Another kill.
Yeah, just it feels like Yapster's just been playing up on the side of the jungle quite a bit here. It's the orb. Are they going to be able to scout out Zai? Oh, they have a haster and they're looking, but go the opposite way with the scan. Nine still hunting Zai. Just trying to buy himself some more time over here in the tree line. Does have a teleport if he wants to just leave. Gonna wait patiently though for now. Oh, he's gonna show up. Oh, this is looking a little bit suspect, but Nisha and Matu are here. Have they baited them? Can they turn this back around? It's a nice Dream Coil again over on 3. Snake King waiting for the moment. Will jump in with the black hole over onto 3. The BKB too. It just does not matter. Look at this damage. Again, those Greaves coming in handy. Buy them just a little bit more time. Matu turning around, trying to put all this damage out over here onto Skeeter. Zai ticking down underneath all this. The split comes out. The scythe gets dropped as well. So Zai goes down. 9 also gets scythed. And now Nisha, Ice Path coming out from Fata. They're going to hold them in place. They're just circling right around this Tiny, and he can't hope to do too much here. Skeeter just walks right back in again. Do they have anything to cancel out this TP? Yes, they do. They have enough damage to kill him, so the TP does not even matter.
Really close there, but great team fight up. Huge amount of damage. Basically, Snake King just padding those damage stats for the end of the game without actually doing that much because the heals offset all of that DPS he put out. Puck popped everything, got the Essence Ring off. There was the Greaves from the Necro that basically healed Luna for a huge amount, but at that point the BKB ran out, and then they just picked him off with regular disables. So Luna not looking strong enough here for the ultimate absolute right-click carry, and part of the reason people don't pick her that much. And because Secret wasn't able to get ahead, they weren't able to abuse this like timing window thing that they wanted to with Luna, so she just feels like a normal carry.
Oh dear, the tether breaking as they turn around. They do force out the BKB here on Snake King, but 33 joining on in. Already blinking away. Puppy is going to just be able to tether right back over here. But the blink again coming out from Snake King. Malphus uses that Essence Ring to get a little bit more health, and it looks like Tundra, they're going to back off now. It's a bit of a chase.
They're scared for rotations from Tiny, especially showing up to this engagement, so they're a lot safer. Secret plays on the map a little bit. They're going to get found by the smoke, I think, but they're going to get spotted after the fact.
Oh, they've got their eyes on Matu yet again, and there's just so much magic damage all over the floor. Matu trying to buy just as long as he can, coming out from the IO, but eventually he does go down. They'll find the kill on Yapster as well. Zai trying to man fight over here with Fata with all of these Brewlings, and it's just not looking like it's gonna be enough, as now 9 hunting Puppy in the tree line. Doesn't have anything to cancel it out, so he is going to make it out alive, as Nisha trying to just blink away, trying to find a place to hide so he can teleport out, but Snake King hot on his heels here, still looking. They'll just throw down some of those Eidolons. Doesn't look like they'll be able to find Nisha in time, so he'll be able to teleport away.
That Ice Path just set them up so well. 19 assists now on Fata, 2, 4, 19. Excellent stats. Ice Path plus the Malefice fall up, and all of a sudden Luna's at 40% HP. I thought she was going to be relatively okay, but the damage she took was insane with just the Midnight Pulse and the other stuff. So, and now there's an MK he picked up on Lifestealers, so the Butterflies again countered. He's just itemizing because they're ahead. He can just be really safe with his item build. And it just makes Luna look like the only person on the team that can do damage, because Secret has just missed their timing. They did not set the tempo with the Tiny. That didn't allow them to pressure Roche and take towers. Here comes that engagement again. That was Tiny blinking away, so he can't counter-initiate. There's the follow-up disables, the Malefice, 40% HP before she even started this engagement. And unfortunately, Necro was to the upper left, so they weren't able to get the Greaves off to get the big heal that they needed. And as a result, no way for Matama Man to survive that fight.
It's just looking more and more difficult for this Luna to get anything done this game. The way that Tundra is moving, it has just been so spot on. And these pickoffs have been excellent.
And that was second Roche. They gave the shard to Enigma, one of the best shards. At least when it first came out, everybody thought it was amazing. Then nobody bought it anymore. But we got it this game. We're going to see some true black hole action, possibly pulling in Necro or other heroes. Oh, fight bot.
Ooh, oh my gosh, they just immediately rip up. Oh God. They just ripped them apart.
They really did. They prepped for that one. I think that was Puck waiting, lying in wait, TPing to the tower or something like that with a Lifestealer, and they end up punishing that relocate.
Look at this 33 just running very forward here. Snake King gonna go and just put a little pressure over on Tanisha immediately. Greaves coming out from Zai. But there is no Luna here for about 28 seconds still. It's just so scary to try to move forward into this lineup here from Tundra.
And with Liquid Fire minus the attack speed that Fada got, just don't even feel like anything against tier 2s, tier 3s. So every hero on the tower going for racks now. 13 seconds until they can really go in. Trying to get some damage in. Doesn't want Nisha to blink in.
Yeah, they cancel it out. They're just chewing through Nisha. He doesn't look like he's tanky at all the way that they just attack him. Turn their attention right back now onto the buildings. Not much that Zai can do to hope to take them away as they go right down to the bottom area now.
Got another kill, so now they buy more time.
They do. Blink forward here. They see Matu. They'd like to get this kill. Io, though, will be able to tether up. I don't know how you get in there. It's very, very scary.
I wants to tank the alpha if he can, but it's difficult.
It's very difficult, and they have to be so careful they don't group up as the Infest Bomb comes out immediately. They have the BKB over here on the Luna. He's going to try to turn back around, try to get as much damage with this Eclipse as Fata, tanking a lot of damage, but Matu, he doesn't default. The beautiful black hole over on this back line. Go right in again. Zai hits the scythe off, finally manages to take down Fata, but over on the back lines here, these Brewlings are just battering off over here. Snake King does fall, and then Yapsor next as they're just kiting him. Zai has already tried to get back. He just falls again. All the buybacks coming out right now. They want to fight. They want to just make sure that they can take down Matu, and by God they can. They're chasing Puppy all the way back to the fountain, and Secret just calls it. They realize that they missed those timings, and Tundra just looks too strong as Skeeter goes right into the well.
Man, amazing game for Tundra. I'm really impressed with how they played this one. Everything felt perfect. They did not let Tiny get ahead. They put good rotation pressure onto Nisha to limit his ability to get kills. Puck is also difficult for Tiny to kill as long as he gets the phase shift off at some point during the combo. And then the jungle, the support Enigma that basically jungled from the start ended up being really, really effective. He got good net worth. 3-3 sacrificed himself. 3-3 didn't even die. He was trialing like the first 10 minutes. Like he completely did what he said in the interview. I like playing from behind, and he made almost no mistakes, at least none bad enough for him to die. So amazing game by Tundra there against Team Secret.
Yeah, the synergy coming out from Tundra just looked so excellent, especially, you know, we saw some incredible dream coils coming out from 9. I think he got 3 people several times, and then the black holes. The black holes were fantastic. They just grabbed everyone that they needed to. Like you said, the Luna and the Tiny, the 2 big players here that needed to cancel
5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Team secrets turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. Team secrets turn to ban.
Game 3, Team Secret versus Tundra Upper Division. DreamLeague Season 15, powered by Intel. It's 1-1, and one of these two teams is gonna be second in the league. That's right, both of these teams are 1-1 right now. And getting that extra victory, all the more important because the whole middle pack is 1-1. Wow. I do love that Thunder coming out. I'm not sure if it's Tundra, but it could be. Why else would that be the Thunder?
I don't know. Avalanche does make a thunderous sound, and there's avalanches in the Tundra.
Aren't Tundras flat?
10 seconds
Yes,
remaining.
that's a good point.
All right, well, let's talk about the draft.
Thunderstorm in the Gobi Desert, Chiefs.
All right, we got Snapfire picked up first by Tundra. Beastmaster, of course, banned out. And Tundra, even though they won against IO, they do want to ban it out this time around. We got a Centaur coming out, though. Probably Zai's hero. He's played that twice so far this season. Both of them were losses, actually.
Are we just going to see the casual Centaur Rubik from Secret? Or do you think that's too generic of a draft for them? They're a little bit more kind of spicier with their picks to kind of confuse their opponents.
5 seconds remaining.
All right, we'll find out.
Yeah, there we go.
No, they go for a Grimstroke.
No reason. Grimstroke even countered is... I don't even know if there is a counter. Like, purging the Inkswell can be annoying, but the hero just gets too much done.
By the way, so far, Snapfire, Secret banned it out every game so far, so not this time around.
Yeah, they definitely had planned Centaur as a response.
Mm-hmm.
The return mitigating some of the pressure Little Shredder can put on you. You do still have to be cautious.
I actually don't mind this going into game 3 because when you ban out a hero in the entire series and you get given it in the third game, you're like, oh, wow, we actually got given the hero. Do you want to pick it, guys? Sure. And then Secret's response is pretty nice. You know, you've got the Centaur, I think, is the main factor here, just because when you use Monomer Kisses, there's no hard lockdown, you can just disengage straight away. Suddenly, this big ultimate is wasted. But of course, Snapfire nowadays is just about the Solar Crest and the Little Shredder.
Yeah, totally agree. It's the difference in drafting style, right? Puppy famously will give you what you want and have an answer to it. And in this case, I'm sure that they were very prepared with this opener.
I like this actually from Tundra because it's like the idea of we just talk about movement, and now like heroes that counter Centaur, heroes that can prevent that movement, be it hard lockdown, be it Mars Arena, and then Bloodseeker of course with Rupture. So if Secret wants to kind of put this kind of 4 protect 1 style maybe into play, then that 1 will just get ruptured and the Stampede is kind of fully mitigated. This is where Secret needs to pivot on having a dual core setup to kind of win conditions to some degree so that this rupture isn't just, you know, maximum value. Like we saw in that previous game, it was Luna v the world. Black Hole Luna, win the game.
See, I don't think that they're going to give them... I suppose Enigma wouldn't be too devastating to deal with what Secret have so far. I think that hero is certainly underrated. You know, consider Beastmaster after the removal of Necrobook, has a whole other way to play now that makes him super viable. I think that Enigma is the same, where, yeah, you can't go for that really early Necro 3 pressure, but you're still the game winner with Blink BKB.
Yeah, for Tundra's this draft, it feels a lot more fight-centric. I think, yeah, they're looking to be just brawlers and really collapse map and secret. They can sometimes fall victim with some of their drafts where they don't have enough proactive heroes, and they look for, playing underneath their objectives, playing defensive, and waiting for their opponents to make mistakes. And I think Tundra in game 2, their performance, as soon as that laning phase collapsed, it felt near flawless. So I think Secret needs to make sure they have some versatility to ensure they can actually, actually look to take a fight is the key thing.
And they don't have the easy spirit synergy with Grimstroke, because to pick Void Spirit into Bloodseeker is a bit tricky. I like that they banned the Enigma. Don't give them another easy win condition. Secret, they team fight probably better than anybody else in Dota. I think between them, Enigma and OG, you're going to have a bit of a discussion, especially because some people say, well, Europe didn't do well at the majors, so how good are they internationally? Yada, yada, yada. Point is, they team fight great, and Enigma and other heroes that provide a ton of AoE control are notoriously difficult to outplay.
Why didn't they do so well at the major?
They finished 4th, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. They actually did.
We had one
okay.
team that did well.
Yeah. One team. Woohoo. Woohoo.
Yeah.
We also came top of the bottoms in 2 other brackets. That's pretty cool.
We are not talking about that.
Feels bad, man.
All right, so we got Lifestealer banned out as well. What cores do we have left for Matu that he's actually been shining on lately? PA, of course, did great in game 1.
Not bad here.
10 seconds remaining.
I wouldn't mind seeing a Lone Druid. It got banned out in the previous game, so it's on the minds.
Yeah.
And I'm just a huge fan of the hero. I think it's just not felt as like an S tier carry on this patch. It might not even be A class. It's really a B. If Liquid isn't picking it, then it must not be
You'd
good.
only pick it if you are overall last pick, right? I would imagine. Or even then.
Drafting is like you just need to see certain elements in your opponent's draft to be able to pick certain heroes, right? Like you see 3 or 4 heroes, bang, you pick, X, and then you feel pretty good.
So we see the Nyx and the Grimstroke supports, Centaur offlane.
Yeah.
I'm seeing a lot
So
of...
what can you pick as your Tundra? You can pick your safe laner already, or is that Bloodseeker?
It's tough, actually, because, Necrobook removed. That was one way to counter the Nyx. Jug and Lifestealer love playing against Nyx with the built-in BKB mechanics. Both are banned by Tundra. So this is a great Nyx game already.
Yeah, sure. You've now got the ability to stop both Snapfire and Bloodseeker. Their primary way of entering a fight is this AoE damage. That's now mitigated because of Nyx's presence alone. It kind of soft covers any big core to be protected. But yeah, I think still looking at Team Secret, it's their early damage. You're going to have this Nyx Centaur lane, which is going to be double stun and just farm because Centaur will go Vanguard. You can't really bully him out. And then you've got this kind of Grim lane that needs that accelerant to be with it, that kind of fight.
Ooh.
This is a lot of damage.
Yeah, it was the hero of the match that we saw last Wednesday when we saw Team Liquid versus Team Enigma, I believe. This hero pops up time and time again. I think Insania played it 3 games in a row.
He did?
And it owned every time. We got to spend for it,
It's a very nice game just because you see the Centaur already. This hero will buy a Vanguard. Conceptually, if you can Fatal Bond Centaur +2, you're going to deal incredible amounts of damage.
Those 2 are going to be very sad.
Yes,
The question here for Secret is like they picked the Sven quite instantly. Now they have a kill threat with the Grimstroke, but also it applies some pressure where if Tundra, let's say, wants to go for Spectre, for the Spectre Warlock lane, they're now going to be in that greed department where they need to win or survive through the Sven timings so that Spectre can come online.
Yeah, it's, again, with Lifestealer banned out, it just looks like a better Sven game. I think that ban from Tundra may have been... I guess you have Bloodseekers, so they want to protect it, but...
I mean, like, you can never predict that Sven's coming into play, right?
Sure,
You're banning for your first 2 heroes. There's no way that these 3 bans are kind of going...
Well, it's, I guess, just that banning carries against Matu when... I would argue Matu is a significantly larger hero pool than Skeeter. So you ban out heroes that... Yeah, they both play, but I think you have better replacements on the side of Secret. PA is one of the better heroes against Sven. He hits really hard. You have built-in evasion. Sven typically doesn't buy MKB till what, like 4th item?
Yeah, and then obviously Rapier isn't True Strike anymore, so you can't feel too good with that. But yeah, I think Yeah, Tundra's at least identified kind of the holes in Secret's draft, that inability to pressure towers early on. It allows for a weaker support to come in that can have more team fight. And then obviously carry being PA.
Yeah, well, and the big benefit of Warlock and why Liquid were such fans of it is that you have this 1 and 3 now that are single target, but because of Fatal Bonds, your team fight damage has some support.
I don't want to be grim. If I'm getting Fatal Bonds to like some Centaur or Sven in this game, I'm like, okay,
exactly.
thanks, sorry.
10 seconds.
If we look at the team fight potential from both teams here, isn't Tundra going to win every fight?
Well, the Secret's really playing on Centaur right now to be like the pipe blink out kind of guy, where it's like, if the fight's bad, we can, get outie, reset, and go back in. And that's where Tundra has to be so critical because they don't have cheap stun right now. They've got Cookie, they've got Golem, and that's it. Well, so they're relying heavily on just positional fights where they control the area, throw everything down, get 2 kills, numbers advantage, then they chase.
Yeah.
And are they expecting Snap to be mid here? Looks like it.
They're thinking about it. I think the Wyvern is just a must ban in a way because you have a Sven. So the God Strength BKB is your big window to kill things in fights.
One cold embrace and you're like,
Yeah, so your first target's just untargetable, and then the second one, you're always at risk of just being ulted. And
Winter's Curse,
yeah.
Secret's got one more ban left. Mid snap fire. Oof, haven't seen that in some time.
Yeah, they could flex it about.
Yeah.
For Secret, I think it's a relatively easy just spirit hero.
I'd also
Void
love
Spirit.
like a Kunka. Just fully mitigate that damage with a big old boat and just get the fight going back your way.
It's a niche special. Very good against the Fatal Bonds. That's a really odd interaction because like the damage will still be shared, but it'll be halved. So you limit the window. Tundra's killing everybody.
It both's just dumb as a spell.
Yeah.
Like everyone just knows like you're just tanky.
Been lying. So they are just expecting a snap mid. Just curious. It is a 9 hero. I just don't know if that's the direction they're going to go with this draft. I think they might want more value.
And Magnus. Okay, Mag PA. That's the way to get over that Sven hurdle.
Yeah, more team fight as well. That's very spooky for Secret, I feel.
Yeah. Same reason the Wyvern gets banned by Secret is they don't want something that can answer the Sven's BKB. Mag does provide that.
This is surely just a Kunka pick. I just feel like this is just so nice. Nice little armlet to deal with the early PA damage, get some armor in you.
I think DK might be stronger, but I could see it.
Yeah, it's any lad that goes mid and is a tanky lad. That's all I want to see from Secret.
With a stun, preferably. And a little bit of tower damage would be nice.
You're asking for a lot there, Carl.
Yeah.
Can you also one-shot the Ancient?
Sven's going to handle your Ancient.
See? Trick question.
Easy. Well, they're taking their time. We can't really see who's talking, but we're going for Morphling, the niche morph.
Oh, at the start of this draft, I mentioned the idea of like a dual core, and they just go all in on it.
Isn't this fairly greedy?
Yeah, but look at Tundra. I mean, they have Mag PA.
Yeah, it's like greed versus greed, right? And
okay.
When I say greed for Tundra, I mean it lightly because Mag PA isn't that greedy. It's actually one of the least greedy combos because a PA doesn't need to go battle free, goes Deso and fights. The key thing here is the lack of stuns. Tundra has to decide exactly who they're killing. If they're blowing everything up on a Sven, suddenly Morphling, can win the fight. And I think the key thing here is there's not a lot of tower pressure from Tundra. Therefore, it unlocks the farm from.
And their supports don't do things on the map. Like it's what's their ability to kill heroes? RP, rupture, and run at them with support. This is a free game for Nisha. Matu will probably win his lane, and you got to figure when we get late, it's Morphling and Sven against just a PA, albeit a strong.
I say though, we saw a previous game some very good team fights and coordination coming out from Tundra.
I'm thinking of the series we saw earlier today where we had Morphling kind of dual core situation.
Yes.
There just isn't enough room on the map, and that's what Tundra need to play for. They need to pressure in their lanes. They need to make the map feel bad. They need to punish either Morphling or Sven. Realistically, it will be the Sven in this scenario.
You can't punish Morphling.
I don't think Nisha is going to teleport in on 1 HP.
Morphling, you have to accept will not get pressured. Sven gets pressured, and maybe there's not enough
also
jungle.
a Grimstroke with the morph too. So E-Blade adaptive. It's just this is Secret's game to lose here. They have the late game. They should have better lanes. They just need to chill.
Are you just as convinced as Kyle?
I do like the greed from. But maybe PA pops off, maybe.
Okay, well, let's find out what's going to happen here in this third and deciding game of the series, and we're going to find out together with Moxie and Purge.
Game number 3. It seems like it's the battle of the greedy drafts here, but it sounds like our panel seems to be favoring Secret pretty heavily. What do you think, Purge?
Yeah, I mean, if one team has a greedy draft and has too many carries effectively, then one thing you want to do is pressure, and the best way to do that is to gank or push lanes, that kind of thing. But if you don't have very good tools to do that, if you have supports that aren't the best at ganking, then it can feel scary for sure to try to put pressure on that map. Their team fights are really strong. That's clear with Warlock and Snapfire. Like if they get fatal bonds on everybody and you have some Mortimer's Kisses flying in, yeah, this could be a lot of damage. But yeah, it's if you can't pressure effectively or win the lanes, then your heroes are going to feel bad or like the wrong heroes pretty quick.
I mean, the other issue you have to consider as well is the fact that, yes, you've got beautiful team fight coming out from the side of Tundra, but when all that stuff is on cooldown, it's going to be very easy for the side of Secret to kind of start taking these little skirmishes and evening out the board. And also, I want to point out the fact that, look at Fata's items. He's going for the bottle rush again, and it did not work out for him last time, so.
Okay, this is different, though, because Warlock has heals.
Right.
And damage built into his toolkit, and he's got a lot of base mana, 375, so he can cast like 4 Shadow Words without having to worry about any regen. So that's what, 180 HP each time, either on himself or on his allies. And usually the purpose of in Warlock as a 5 is he mega stabilizes your carry against these offlane type heroes. Centaur is really strong in this circumstance. Centaur will buy a Vanguard, and then PA is going to do no damage. But at least Warlock will be able to offset this a lot.
Okay, so this time around, we're liking it just a little bit more just because of the fact that his skills are built into, really causing this lane to succeed. They don't necessarily need those items.
The downside, though, is that he's not going to be able to use his body to zone Yapzor. Because if Yapzor just fights him, then he's going to have to use his mana to offset that heal to himself rather than covering Skeeter. He's trying to move over here just to get the first heal in, for example. And as a result, he might not be able to do as much misstun there.
Yeah, that's a little off.
So that means Yapzor is free to basically block camps. That's why he fought to place the sentry to block the large camp, because he knows he's not going to be able to contest with this hero. But he will be able to get a fast bottle to 9, potentially accelerating him.
You have to say it's always a real pleasure to watch Nisha on this Morphling, probably one of his best heroes. Definitely going to be interested to see if he's able to pop off on this game or not. And with the Yapzor being on the Nyx Assassin, oh, nice double impale there. Definitely providing a lot of vision and going to be able to give them a lot of information, if it's anything like the previous game that we saw him playing the Nyx.
Magnus already getting lots of mana here. He's just trying to bait him into skewering into the tower if he wants to go for it.
Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't have skewer, excuse me. Ooh, he's kind of just...
There it is.
Oh my God.
There's the first blood.
Well, ooh, that's a tip fodder for that one for sure. It's like, nice job, you gave him a bottle and I just attacked through it and now he's dead. And okay.
This lane is...
The water, yeah.
Oh gosh. Yeah, already it is just looking rough here for the side of Tundra. Again, though, 33. Sidestep coming out from Puppey. Doesn't want to allow to get that final hit. Does have the Fairy Fire as well. So Puppey will survive here and throughout the Stroke of Fate. Slow down 33 just a bit. But I mean, any lane where you have a Grimstroke, Inkswell, and one other stun is very scary to play in.
It is. It's really, really tough for sure. And now Nisha has his bottle in the mid lane, so I guess Magnus is up a belt of strength, but probably not for long with that first split. Yeah, he's about 400 gold behind the Morphling now, which means most of the bottle is lost. Doesn't get his skewer into Shockwave combo off either on Nisha to get some harassing, so that lane's just going to probably be Morphling favored from here on out because Morphling just has more damage.
In the top lane, again, just bullying back and forth a little bit there. Double stun's always a little bit scary, especially for the support in that lane. Again, Fata just with no items here because he did rush that bottle, so... Oh, the courier too, Yapzor. He gets the final clicks off. Do you finally get some of that regen, though, at least for Fata? You have to be careful, though, and protect this other courier, and they're just walking it right down. Yapzor's happy to tank a couple of these hits from the tower.
Oh, that was so not worth it by Fata.
Just teleports on out.
Get the kill. He used Shadow Word. He used a Clarity. The Clarity got interrupted by Spike Carapace. Now he's, again, completely out of mana, which means he can't cast Heal on Skeeter anymore either. Normally, a Warlock right now would have a Basilius, which is pumping out like 1.6 mana per second. And then he can use Clarities to like really fill that out more. So Skeeter's effectively by himself against the Centaur now. And Fata's just going to be slow, not able to offset this. and 9 died first blood, which kind of undercuts the whole thing anyways. I just don't want to look at the top half of the map anymore. It hurts too bad, Moxie.
What do you think is the best play now here for Fata? Is he just supposed to like back off, go stack or something? I know Yapster's going to be hunting him though if he even tries to do that.
Yeah, I mean, getting stacks off would be great for sure. He's just going to sit around and wait for his mana to trickle. This is kind of how Slacks used to lane. He would just kind of like wait until he got his soul ring to do something.
33 in the bottom lane, drops the blood right, heals up just a little bit. They're just waiting for that silence to wear off. Do they go for this? Matumba, man, he wants this, but nope. We'll back off. Snake King was going to try to stun him up with that cookie, but did not go fully committed there.
It's a good try. And about 7 last hits behind Nisha at the moment.
Oh, the skewer back.
Nuke skewer. He just wait for him too. This could be kill. He's got an 8-stick though.
He's got 8-stick. I think he's fine here. Yeah, look at that. Oh, as 33 finds a kill on Matu in the bottom lane. Cookie Hop coming out again here. Can they do enough damage over here to Puppey? They don't have any more stuns, so he looks like he should be able to teleport out. But that is some free farming time there for the Bloodseeker.
That actually basically didn't hurt Nisha at all. He's full HP again and mana. Cool. Yeah, I think, well, okay, Nisha does have some, or sorry, Fado has some more items. No, never mind, they're not his items, guys. Just got confused there. I was like, wow, I was so farmed on Warlock. What happened? No, those are not his. He's got the Sage's Mask, though, and he's got 2 Clarities, and he went back to heal, so there's the solution. Back to heal, TV back in the lane, and stabilize Skeeter. But unfortunately, Skeeter's same last hits as I, so this isn't exactly working the way they wanted it to, but...
Feels bad when your value is you've become the courier, basically, at this point, because you don't have anything else to do in that lane.
And here's the same situation we saw the other day of PA versus the Vanguard hero. They've got the Orb of Corrosion, which basically does absolutely very little against Centaur, so...
Double stun here, bottom lane. The silence over onto Snake King. One more hit. Cookie Hop forward. Doesn't matter though. Puppey still finds this kill. 33's chasing after Puppey here. Should be able to put a decent amount of harass, but it's going to back off and doesn't want to risk it.
He's doing fine against Venom. He's got lots of armor. He's got lane sustain. It's not bad for Fata, but...
Oh, Fata, he just walks right into Yapsor and Nisha. Nisha happily will take a little candy kill there.
Almost got the courier, but unfortunately... Warlock does not have good agility gain, guys, and as a result, he doesn't get 2 attacks off before he dies.
Good Cookie Hop here. The silence going to be able to go procking over here onto Matu. Still has Puppey nearby. Is 33 going to die for this? He's going right underneath the tower. They do have the Ink Swell, though. He's going to have to back off, plus that Phantom's Embrace. So it's a nice save here for Matu. He's going to heal right back up.
Out of Puppey. So that's pretty good for the dive. Lost a little HP in exchange. Dive going mid, though. 9 is...
You've got wait for him.
Do a skewer back. Briefly dips low in his strength, and then all of a sudden Bloodseeker can smell the blood in the water, I guess. Is that how that works?
Sure, let's go with that. Puppey with the Ink Swell. It's not gonna really matter because he'll die before it's able to pop.
Do water creatures bleed?
Oh, they leak.
Tower is under attack.
What are they leaking? Is it blood?
I mean,
Rupture bottom. Rupture bottom.
Rupture bottom. Matu is underneath his own tower, but I don't think he's going to be able to survive this as they do manage to find the kill. Yapsor teleporting down just a little bit too late.
He tried to TP out, but they were able to get the cookie stun follow-up, so they score the kill. Nice first one. And they're going to have some good Rupture stuff later. Rupture plus Skewer is always a really fun thing to do for kills. Once again, he does another Shockwave Skewer. Nisha will waveform out away from the tower. This will cost him a little bit of mana as he has to morph back and forth, but things are fine. I mean, net worth is about even. Zai's doing great. Gets a chip vest as well. He's so happy right now. Oh, that's the best feeling. He basically just can't die up here anymore. So they'll just both split farm. Zai will cut the creep wave and kill small camp usually, or a medium camp that he pulls it into. And Skeeter will have to last under the tower and hopefully not get killed.
I mean, are we all concerned about the fact that, you know, yes, Zai can't die, but at the same time, you know, the PA was getting a lot of just easy farm?
Is under attack.
PA was, yeah. His last hits are good. And in combination with Rupture coming up again here. Skeeter rotating, pretty good chance of getting this kill.
Tower has fallen.
You're hoping for something a little bit better than Yapster, but they'll take it. Nice Impale coming out, but another couple hits, and 33 will be able to collect the kill.
Huge amount of damage. The Blightstone and the Orb of Corrosion coming from different sources, and the little Shredder. I mean, they got a lot of right-clickers here. and that gank felt good. As long as the gank doesn't go on Centaur, it's just fine, and that's what Tundra's doing really well now. Ignore the Centaur unless you have the right tools for it.
He's going to try to contest over here against 9. Trying to just take some of these creeps away from him. Doesn't manage to get a couple. Bata has to be careful, though, of course. Taking a decent amount of damage every time he clicks him. This is just a Centaur that can do whatever he wants.
Yes, that's most games right now. Vanguard is just so good at making people super survivable in lane.
Radiant structures are
Natural farm capabilities, the skills, he just does this. He cuts a creep wave, and he, as a result, is just going to pressure towers. It's really, really safe for Centaurs to do this thing, unless you have enough magic damage. But his opponents are pretty right-click based. This is like the one thing that their lineup does not do very well.
Away from forward here from Nisha. Stomp coming out from Zai. Gonna try to make a play here over onto 9, but they need a little bit more damage as they'll go. They use the Stampede. They'll push right back and just drag him away. The RP does get used, but we've got a whole little skirmish going on as 33 will fall.
is under attack.
RPs him under the tower to save his life. He did have Arcane Rune at least, so it's a little bit lower cooldown, but yeah, it doesn't feel good. The pressure that Secret's putting out here with the Vanguard Centaur is just massive right now.
Zai can literally do whatever he wants on this map currently, and it's just too difficult for them without, you know, taking all of their heroes to deal with them. And of course, that's not what they want to do on the side of Tundra.
And even like the other tool that's been pretty effective so far, Rupture doesn't work that good against Centaur. It's pure damage, but Centaur has a lot of HP. So even though he's got all these other resistances, just the amount of regen he has is just huge.
Smoke coming out now from Tundra. They're hoping to try to strike back here, knowing that
Ooh, this is the kill.
that is Asmatu trying to run away. They do have the cookie hop though, so they'll be able to cancel out the teleport, and down will go the Sven.
Man, what is Secret going to do without a hard carry? Oh wait, they have one in the mid lane. It's going to be fine.
It's fine. They got Nisha. They've got Nisha on his water boy here, and he is making his way towards that ethereal blade.
Be close.
Oh, yep, sir. Gonna be able to cancel out the TP, and they'll get a quick pick off.
They've been doing a great job pressuring 9. Every time I look at 9, someone's there like hitting him with a nuke, lowering his HP, and Warlock offset a lot of that, but it's slowing down his items. He's gonna have an Echo Saber about now, but like they just keep lowering his HP and making him have to do inefficient plays.
I just love like watching how Yapsor keeps moving around the map, right? And generally, you know, Zai or someone, it's usually Yapsor +1. He gets a lot of information by, you know, moving around, just scouting out, and then they can always follow up. It's just very well played here from Secret. I like this way that they play here.
Okay, invade. By just sitting in the tri-camp just slows all of their speed down by a lot. They're fighting though.
Ooh, they want 33. Zai, Stampede with the stop. A follow-up with the nice bite Carapace in the middle of that blood, right? The slow, the silence. Mortimer Kiss is coming in hot though, so they do have to be a little bit careful. So jump forward here, coming out from Skeeter. He wants to kill onto Yapster. Manages to get a nice impale, but it's not gonna be able. Oh, and they even go and they drop the chaotic offering over here on Puppy. He'll hold them together. He's gonna try to use that ink swell, the cookie hop. Can they finish him off fast enough? Yes, they can.
They're desperate for kills. Like that was just a 5-position hero for the golem, but
They can translate this into a tower push though here in the mid lane at the very least. A little bit.
There's 2 towers here right now. It's Zai the Centaur and the tier 1 tower. Good luck pushing that. So, I mean, they traded chaotic offering for him. Great attempt on 3-3, but he's got a hood at this point. He also silences, so there's no follow-up stun by the Nyx assassin. Really well defended by him. And then because the Carapace got used to reflect some damage from the blood right, nothing to stop the kisses. They end up getting this kill. Ulti gets used to interrupt the TP there by the Grimstroke. Maybe he thought they were more than just him, but either way, they do get a kill out of it. So buys them some time.
And Nisha's already, finds Vata. He's got a nice haste rune here. We'll add to the Eagle Song fun that he's working on. And look at this. Look, this is what I'm talking about, Purge. Look at the way that they're just hunting. They find snaking, trying to serpentine, trying to just find this opening. But you know what? Nisha's here, and you can't sidestep this Morphling. Not right here, not right now.
Nisha hasn't even skilled his ulti yet. He doesn't care. He just knows that he needs his basic skills to dominate this map. There aren't even that many amazing skills to take. I guess like Empower would be pretty good. Maybe Bloodseeker skills, or I would love to see a Morphling shooting Lil Shredders, so that would be fun.
Not for the enemy team. But the Ethereal Blade is complete, and we do have a blink picked up now on the Magna, so perhaps they can find a better position here as Yapzor. They'll have smoke break, chasing after 33, the teleport out here from Skeeter. They will have to just be content here by putting some pressure over here on 33, and Nisha's just unstoppable. 6-0 and 1 at about 14 minutes into the game. It's pretty scary stuff.
Really hard for Tundra to play because what basically happens is Centaur or Nyx follows them wherever they go, and then this gives them information, and they use this information to get these pickoffs.
9 poking away over here at Matthew Go, who used the God Strength. He's going to be able to put out some damage. There's the Stampede. The rest of Tundra, though, standing nearby. Dagger comes out. Use the RP to buy them some more time, but that is not how you want to use this. As Zai running in now, they've managed to blink away here over onto 9. But Tundra playing very defensive. Oh, Fata on the back line here. They get the courier, and Yapzor's just waiting patiently over here. He's looking for vision. Nisha should be able to just tick down over here onto Fata. Zai should be able to teleport out now at the last second. But again, he's so tanky. They immediately follow up, double hammer as they just hit them with that soul bind as well. Just very beautifully played here. Coming out from the side of Secret. 33 wants nothing to do with this. He's going to try to maybe cut the wave, drag it away, but Puppey is here. He's going to wind up, manages to land this. The stroke of fate slow him down a little bit, so he is dragging away the creeps. This is a very slow kind of chase, but...
Good thing to do. He's cutting the creep wave, and basically this one team fight that Secret just got, they're not able to profit from it because he's clearing the creep wave here.
Nice play here.
Stun.
They've got the damage.
Absolutely worth his death for this. This bought him so much time. Offsets the whole last team fight. They just use big team fight ultimates with RP. That elongates everything. So now when they want to take this tier 2 tower, they have to, again, commit like 30 seconds to this. And by the time they finally fully commit to the tier 2, their ultimates are going to be up. Will it matter? Probably not. They're pretty far behind right now, but it was a great play in the position.
Well, you know, you do whatever you can, even if maybe, you know, maybe it doesn't matter in the long-term thing, but, you know, at the time, it's the best that you can do.
Yep, it is. So what they basically solved so far with their draft on the Tundra side was they guaranteed the lane for PA, who's doing fine. 1-0-2 on Skeeter. His net worth is pretty good considering how few kills they have. And he's just getting his death zone now. Secret last game hit this timing like 2 to 3 minutes earlier, but it feels like Tundra is so much on the back foot that like taking this like disadvantaged carry against Centaur just hasn't given them much advantage, even if they've got good physical now. But the physical's not going to work against Morphling. He's got 30 armor. Skeeter's going to get stun interrupted.
Yeah. Oh, he tried. He was a little bit off. Oof.
I don't know why he bothered to slap him.
I don't know.
He was worried about dying or something.
But Skeeter's very happy about this because now he's empowered. Now he can take an ancient stack. And
his team knows where Nyx was too.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, I really love the way that Yapzor keeps tabs, but like this was a little surprising to me. Maybe just that turn rate, just a little bit too slow. I don't know.
He went for the hit slap or the hit stun on purpose. It was, I don't know, he just thought he had a little bit more time. Probably didn't, maybe he was looking somewhere else on the map to see, and so he didn't see the TP start when it did, so he probably thought he had a little bit more.
Possible.
Going for a fight now.
There is Zai. He is a very, very tanky. You have Nisha nearby as well. Smoke does indeed pop here. Nisha. Zai getting into position. They've got the blink forward. Zai immediately, though. Can they burst him down fast enough over here? Not quite. As they go, they drop the chaotic offering, and they also use the rupture over here on the Centaur. And it doesn't seem to matter. They will get leashed up, though, over here on the side. Oh, the hammer coming through. Coming out from Matu. That's a good impale. This is not looking great for Fata. He should be the next one to fall. And that's a double kill now for Matu.
Zai's positioning there was really sick. They already took the outpost, so he stood near the outpost. That way, if he broke a smoke, it would give him vision. So they didn't think about it. 3-3 runs right past the outpost, the smoke breaks, and all of a sudden, you're counter-initiated, basically. Got a Quelling Blade party in the...
Yeah, right? Everybody drop your Quelling Blades. That's a requirement to get in this party. But yeah, I don't think they were expecting just how tightly Secret was playing there. You know, yes, you see that there's a Centaur there, you see Zai, but you don't expect that the rest of the team is sitting just a little bit further behind him. I don't know.
They wanted to take a fight, but they ran into an area that was a little dangerous. They didn't have vision, and Team Secret punished them for it. So, EK advantage, rockets used, no RP, but frankly, RP just doesn't even feel very good to me.
Yapzor, the follow-up here from Matumba Man, will be able to land the stun. Doesn't have that God Strength left anymore, as 9 waits over in the tree line patiently. I don't think they're going to try to make a play here, as Nisha also pincering on the back lines.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a stomp coming out from Zai. Should be able to clean up Snake King at the very least. Do they go in for more though? Skeeter's gonna teleport out. Inkswell over here onto Zai. Yep, they just blow up Fata, and that's going to translate into a tower push here as 9 continues to just dodge.
Bottom tower has fallen.
I mean, Skeeter's still not dying, but they're also not winning fights. So this is just going to get worse and worse as time goes on. They still don't have a Morphling solution. That pick there for Secret was so good, especially after he got first blood in the mid lane. So game is looking tough. They just don't have that much magic burst on their lineup. That's one thing they're really missing.
That and just the fact that the PA, until she gets that BKB, is so susceptible to everything that they've got coming out from the side of Secret.
Only easy kills Grimstroke, but Grimstroke already has a Ghost Scepter. So not hitting a window here.
Has fallen.
You get the Echo Saber picked up for 9 though now, so is progressing, but still having a lot of difficulties here, finding the opening and finding enough damage to get these kills. Feels like a lot of the time too, Secret is the one who's bringing the fight to them.
Tundra's trying, certainly. They went for a couple smokes there, but vision is really difficult. They've got one ward on Tundra's side. The Secret side, if you take a look at their vision, it's amazing across the middle of the river. Like, they're going to see what their opponents are doing if they try to split push anything, which is a great idea. If you see your opponents getting ready to split push, you go gank them, you push your lanes back out, and that keeps the map restricted. So they're going to see where their opponents are, and now they're going to smoke and head towards them. They can get a grab. Otto looking a little dead right now, but we'll see how things change in 10 seconds.
Teleport in. This is a big one if they connected with that. It's like they'll be happy enough here to burst down Snake King. There will be a stampede and they'll find Fata. They're just going to get rid of him. They don't want that big ulti coming out. So down he goes. Nice, still hiding in the tree line. They don't quite see him.
He's invisible. There's no way they can see his giant rhino butt through those trees.
He's pulling a Drax the Destroyer there. You know? He's just
trying to
so still.
Catch anybody that lingers. Like if Secret spreads out, he can maybe get a kill in the back line, but Secret's still playing his 5.
Did manage to catch the wave there, but doesn't seem to matter. They've got the Cardi in the top, and they've got a creep wave coming in the middle. Zai is so tanky here, just does not care that the tower's hitting him. Nisha dodging over there with the Manta as well. Just gonna chip away over at this building.
They'll clear the wave, and Skeeter is getting some farm done. He's got Empower with his Desto, of course, but oh man, the pressure has just been so strong. Feels like there's nowhere on the map that they can play outside of doing like smoke ganks and looking for kills, but again, they don't have the best heroes for that.
Yeah.
They have all this like AoE stuff. So much single target.
They drafted themselves a little bit into the corner on the side of Tundra here. And, you know, hats off to Skeeter. He's just trying to move as much as he can, trying to find this farm, but Secret has really just taken over the entire map.
He would love to have a couple extra levels too. He could have his blur on the lower cooldown,
Maybe
more
he could
evasion,
burst
stuff like that.
Puppy? Do we go for Puppy here?
Look out the Ghost Scepters to low chance.
Fata.
Once he gets him in like 2 seconds, and Puppy's not watching, but for now he's just waiting to cut creep waves, tank ancients, that kind of thing.
They'll go. They use the Stampede. Looks like Mati would really love to get the jump over here on Snake and walks right into Yapster. Nice impale, couple hits, and Puppy manages to get the final hit off using the Stroke of Fate.
Once they get BKB and PA, that's when they're going to be a little bit more focused on taking a fight if possible. But
it's still so scary though. Even if you have a BKB, all right, so you're not locked down as hard, but I still feel like you're not going to want to fight all of them.
Yes, it most likely is assuming a normal fight is that the net worth that Secret has will be more than enough to defend things, but they'll maybe lose their supports, but they'll kill like a lot of heroes on the enemy lineup.
All right, they're gonna try to make a smoke play, hiding over in the tree line. They have the Chaotic Offering. They also have the RP. A lot of things have to work just perfectly though.
I mean, RP with Bloodright could be amazing. Snapfire, like they do have pretty good AoE plus Fatal Bonds. Like if you get some amazing wombo combo, they can definitely kill the enemy lineup. Actually catch Morphling before he morphs. If they don't cast Stampede to get out of the Bloodright, for example, they've got some options here.
I'm just
They're gonna hit creeps.
I'm concerned that it's too much wombo combo because, all right, yeah, you take a team fight, you win it, right? You use everything that you've got on your lineup, but then they can just go right back in again over here on the side of Secret. They've got more of a skirmishy lineup. They don't have to rely on such high cooldowns.
Probably yes, but it's still a little scary because you're still going high ground, and that's a little worrisome. When you get Aegis or something like that, then yeah. Certainly, like, it could be scary, but basically what Tundra wants to do is they want to be able to take a big team fight win with some of their strong combos, and this is part of the reason Secret hasn't touched high ground yet, because they know they're super far ahead, and if they just get a pick off first, or if they get Aegis first, it becomes much easier to close out a Rax. But if Tundra can like win a big fight, and then turtle again, and then win like another big fight, then they can certainly get back into this game.
It's a bit of a tall order here as they do spot out Snaking immediately the waveform forward, cookie hop, but they cannot escape here as Nisha just blows them up.
Yep,
sir.
Downside to the Solar Crest rush.
All four of them grouped together here. It's a lot of space on the map here for Matu.
Not much magic resistance, so he dies real easy to that E-Blade combo, and that's the 4-position hero.
And that is one of the tankier 4 positions too. You know, we were talking about that earlier today about how the 4s, all right, maybe they can make something happen here. 9, but again, they have that spike. Carapace, Rupture, drop the Chaotic Offering, and they do manage to get the Soulbind off over on the backside. So get the stomp. Zai going very forward here. Nisha trying to find this opening. It's gonna waveform away though. He's gonna be a little bit careful. Turn himself into his own version of PA.
Well, I mean, Rupture used, Golem used, not the worst. Stampede got used, but it's a much lower cooldown. It's not full committal. They still have RP to protect against BKBs and stuff like that.
True, and they also have the Snapfire Kisses too, so they can still, you know, provide a fight if it is brought to them. But it definitely feels like they're on the back foot here. 19K net worth the lead at 25 minutes in. Yeah, sir, setting up here, looking for the Impale. We'll just throw down a little boop. Walk away. No hard committal.
He's just forcing Tundra to have to stay together, you know? Like, he just did that he spends some mana, loses a Clarity Potion, but he forces everybody on Tundra to move over or TP back or spread out. Not spread out, basically. All this just gives them more net worth advantage. You have to make them think that you're ready to pressure at any moment so that they continue playing defensive. Whereas in the meantime, Sven has just been hitting creeps for legitimately like a minute and a half here. And if a fight starts, he's not going to be there. Straight up. But they also know their opponents aren't going to fight right now because they don't have Golem and they miss Rupture. So, like, Secret can do these feint pokes pretty confidently without having to worry about repercussions.
Both of the cores on the side of Secret now have Satanics online. Skeeter does finish up the BKB, so perhaps they can get some sort of a pick off.
Yep, so before the smoke.
Sven gets in there. Yeah, they've got the vision. Cut it back. Got the illusion over here.
It's good. They got the high ground now.
Definitely feels very tenuous though for the side of Tundra. They're hoping they can look at this battle between 33 and the illusion. My goodness.
He's mostly tanky instead of wrecked, but still, yeah, it did not look good. 3 still in the front. Farm continues 20k advantage now on Secret, but they haven't seen a neutral camp in like 20 minutes or something, so this is pretty good.
These are items, they gotta get them.
Ooh, big ones. Orbit Destruction on Skeeter is gonna help.
Another illusion. Takes forever for them to get rid of it. You can see again the way that Secret's just playing. Very tightly knit, keeps on forcing in the lanes, trying to make sure that they can't get out, they can't get farm.
And they're putting Yapsor between where their opponents are and where they might smoke towards so that he can break them and make any chances of getting these kills unlikely, while they continue just farming the map fully effectively.
And you've got the Shard online as well for the Grimstroke, so be able to push out waves very nicely, along with the Stroke of Fate.
Shard doesn't help with creep waves much, it's more for like against heroes. So he's just basically just safely keeping the creep wave push without having to show anybody, because he can stroke them so far away.
Matu. 33, standing right there. Follow up, immediately God Strength plus the Shard. The Stomp coming out here from Zai. The Chaotic Offering gets used, but it doesn't matter because 33 is already dead. He's immediately going to buy back, and Fata just immediately gets blown up. Another buyback coming out now. They're not happy about this over here on the side of Tundra. Nisha just popping that Manta.
Have some vision of Fata.
Or the illusion, rather. Yeah, they're going to wait for him right in. They blow Fasa. That is a dieback, and they get a nice RP off over here on the side. But do they have enough damage? Yes, they will be able to. They finally take down Nisha's godlike spree. As they'll chase after 33. They want this kill. They know that he bought back. They just need a little bit more damage. He's just getting slowed down so very much. As they'll turn around, they get the Soulbind double hit here with the Stormhammer. Be able to take down Skeeter. Now 9 trying to run for his life. They just have too much damage as they'll kill 9. The tips are coming out, and they go right into that base and start wailing away here on the tower.
I mean, there's just so many things up against Tundra in this game. Like, they have this like right-click draft, but they're playing against Centaur, which is the first pick of the game. He's gonna buy Vanguard, which means that killing him in the laning stage is not gonna happen. They didn't have magic damage much, because usually your mid player is the guy that brings that, but it's a Centaur. And then like they also have to play against Warcry, which has talents buff for it. 11 seconds of bonus armor, and he's gotten the 10 Warcry armor talent. He can give his team 25 armor. How's PA supposed to do anything in this game with like a Deso Rush build? It's just not going to work out. If assuming that you don't get a net worth advantage, of course. But like Tundra did not win the lanes, and now they've just been slowly choked out by Secret. Maybe they're hoping to get like a good team fight. Maybe they're expecting Secret to make a mistake, but they didn't. They haven't really.
They've just been so surgical with the way that they've been taking these fights. It's looked very, very good. Yes, you know, they ended up having to use the RP. I believe they also ruptured Nisha and they skewered him away. But just the way that Secret is positioning looks just so good here. And Fata has to be so careful. Look at this. He knows he's coming too. Wait for him forward. Nisha will just blow him up.
It's hard to tell the difference between a Morphling right-click and an E-Blade right now, but Fata at least. They are both very strong. So another death here. 25k gold advantage. Tundra's still trying. I thought they might GG after that 5-0 in the mid lane, but they're going to give it another shot.
Now, I noticed, too, that the Centaur actually picked up the Shard, and I've heard some conflicting things on this. Do you like that? He had it in the last fight.
That's cool here, because he's going to cast it twice every time that somebody soulbinded. So he's not just getting one cast right off the bat, he's getting 2. So he should get 15% more strength times 2 instantly. Not to mention it'll double edge multiple times in a fight. So I think in this game where he's ultra farmed, it's completely fine.
Okay.
He basically had, I think he's got Crimson Guard on the way. Maybe he went back for Shard, but he's got an abundance of items, way more than he's supposed to. So absolutely fine in this circumstance to increase his damage.
We are going to see a lot of Stormhammers flying around here, as the Sven did pick up the Shard as well.
That's the Dispel and lower cooldown.
Yep.
The flying one is Ags, actually.
But we're going to see a lot more with the cooldown.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Double damage here on Nisha. I don't know if you want to go anywhere near this guy right now. He looks terrifying. Has the Aegis on top of that. It's just got all the room. Yeah, look at this. I was about to say, okay, Cookie Hop coming forward. It doesn't matter, though, because they've got a Cardi. They've got all the damage necessary here. And they just sidestep this Blood Right. Easy peasy. Matu just wailing away at the buildings, as is Matu throwing out the Stormhammer over onto the Warlock. So a little bit of a warning shot here. Buyback coming out from the Snapfire. They've got the Lotus Orb. It will bounce right back again. Rupture will be used. A good skewer. But again, Matu here is just going to turn around. Just going to start wailing away. RP comes out into the Blood Right, but the BKBs have been popped. And look at this dude. He's just life stealing off right away as Father Falls, Snaking Falls. 9 to fall. 33 just getting chased down by Nisha. And the GG called as it's a team wipe. Tundra, they put up a good fight, but Secret just looked so much better.
Yeah, I mean, if we just ignore game 2, Secret looks like an absolute, they look like a season 1 Secret. They played incredible games 1 and 3. They played pretty well game 2 as well. Tundra did better, but yeah, this game 3 was like, felt like outdraft, felt like outplay. They made no mistakes when ahead. They cut things off. They kept getting pickoffs. They just dismantled their opponent's strategy.
It looked just so good. You know, Zai looked absolutely untouchable this game. We saw some really nice soulbind combos. Just a lot of space being made for the Sven. It just, yeah, like you said, it looks like season 1 of DPC with Secret now. Looks like they kind of found their